Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your mediocre time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
That's right. It is another Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. One of my favorite people just walked in, and he brought us treats. He brought us treats. I love some treats sitting. Well, I might as well. I'll hit him first. Well, I'll hit me first. Hey, I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
On the couch, man. We got a beefy couch today, folks.
How dare you?
Oh my God, we have it's a beefy couch.
How dare you?
It is a beefy. Look at that. Look at that. It's Beefcake City over there. We have
It says
EJ,
it on my hat.
We have EJ on the couch. We have Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower in the Bus. Maybe you know him from Orlando Magazine. Wow.
I saw that.
Great picture.
What? You know what I've always wanted to do? Let me do something.
Are you gonna wipe
first.
your
Hold
butt
on.
with it?
No. Let me do something
my
first.
God.
Let me do something for everybody. Quiet. Our next guest is on the cover of Orlando Magazine. You might know him from Bungalower in the Bus or Bungalower. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our very good friend, Brendan O'Connor. I've always wanted to do that. Like where you hold the album
I like
up.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
anyway,
a great picture
Yeah,
on there.
we're that was the intro. We're
Very
done.
photogenic.
We're going. We're rolling. Hey, welcome everybody. We're glad to see everybody. I have high hopes for today because I think we're all a little tired and beat up. Yeah.
I didn't get home last night till past 1 a.m.
Oh, hey,
cheater!
All right.
Because of the Chappelle show.
Yes.
So let's start off because my wife, I thought she ended up screwing up Daniel and Andrea's night. And
Yeah. How do you
and
want to?
she ended up saving you
Yeah, she
and
did
screwing
save
us. But so anyway, I'll start with when I left the house yesterday morning. I didn't.
All right, let me settle in.
It's gonna be a while.
Well, this
one
is
of those.
We're starting with the morning. Holy.
Well, he's a tortured man.
You know,
2 hours to kill. We're okay.
this all leads into a gripe I have with Crystal.
You gotta stop with the grapes.
Well, wait a minute. Does this start with the Monday? And I don't know if people know this, but you guys have been warring a little bit all week.
Did you hit her?
Well, no, he wants to, I think, because didn't she lock your truck
I
with
should be able, after 20 years of
time in.
living with someone,
Time in.
you're allowed one
She can
punch.
hit me. She can hit me.
Sure.
I'll let Andrea hit me.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
that's a kink.
She's stronger than me, though.
Yeah.
But no, like, didn't
Leave
she
her up
lock
your
your
story.
keys in your
Yeah, the cross country
in your
story.
car?
Yeah,
Already?
Yeah. That happened Tuesday.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
On
was
purpose?
Tuesday.
No.
Oh, okay.
She denies doing
Yeah,
it.
she claims it wasn't her.
Yeah.
But
So-
Apparently it was a poltergeist.
Yeah,
Oh, but inside she was
Halloween.
like,
It's just, if there's a murder around OJ's house, you know who did it. You know what I'm saying? My wife locks everything around all the time. I yell at her.
She's a
Anyway,
locker.
So, and I only bring this up because it'll tell you how frustrating it is.
Okay.
Waiting
So this is
for
like a benchmark that you're setting so we can then use it to compare?
And the difference between me and my wife and the way we look at fashion or how we care about being dressed.
Fashion? I don't even know where
right
this is
now.
going.
says the man draped in the skin of a mascot bear.
You never asked. I lost this, but that's why EJ's
Brendan's
here.
a good friend. He wasn't going to ask.
It's my fault.
No, I saw something earlier.
Yeah, I lost
saw your
this bet.
clips.
I had to wear the bear suit the whole week. Today's the last day. That's
And
why
you love
EJ's
it.
in here.
Yeah.
I got some fat jokes later.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, stay tuned for those. Stay tuned for those.
So anyway, I leave for cross country in the morning, but Tommy forgets to do his homework So then
Too many egg sandwiches.
Yeah, man. It's hard to do sandwich with eggs all over your hands.
And so we look at the homework. It's still on the kitchen counter.
He
and
makes his son's egg sandwiches every night right
9
before
o'clock.
they go to bed.
What if they
Also,
didn't eat their dinner?
big mistake, because then your kid's going to be the stinky sandwich kid.
Oh, yeah.
No, not they eat at home.
Who
I
wants
don't
to
sit
sit next to the
no.
stinky sandwich kid?
I'm not sitting the eggs for lunch.
Yeah, but-
Anyway. So.
for breakfast.
Yeah,
And dinner,
No,
or
for
late
like
night
if
snack.
they don't eat their dinner, then he feels bad for them, and then he'll go and he'll sneak them like egg sandwich so they don't die.
Totally doesn't undermine
Why
his
aren't
wife's
they eating
work.
their dinner?
They don't.
I
well,
love undermining everybody.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
More people should do it.
Are you trying to carve them up? Is
Yeah,
this your
it's,
plan
it's
to...
nice. I like to take. I like for my wife to think she has power in something, and for me to destroy it. Is that what you're saying?
Just undermining, overmining is stupid. Undermine.
Anyway,
Okay, the feud.
So-
let's continue.
So, and this is just goes to show you how much you
Secret
care
egg
about
sandwiches.
the way what I'm wearing. So
Uh-huh.
So you're trying to finish the homework.
so no.
I also
Oh.
need to know if
Tom-
you have pants on under there.
He does.
He
does.
well,
Sure.
blew his buttons off.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that too.
they're in the toilet.
Yeah, he's trying to pull his dick out earlier.
There's a lot
Yeah,
happening.
he came around the corner with his dick out.
No,
You did?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Scrunching and screeching.
No, my button fell off into the toilet.
That's what they all
And
say.
then like a real
Say,
idiot.
yeah.
Like you
But-
want me
That's
to
what
be
Weinstein
scared?
said,
You want me
too.
to be scared? The man that handles every part of the business. I mean, like every financial decision this
No.
company makes comes around the corner and goes, my button blew off. My button
In the
done.
toilet.
Should
I get it out or
He
flush
goes,
it down?
My button done blown off in the toilet. Do I flush it or fish it out? I'm like, flush it, you motherfucker. Get
Well,
to work.
if you just peed on it,
Yeah, it's sitting in a pool of pee
that's fine. That's-
Oh, you didn't flush your pee pee?
It's
He didn't want to flush the button.
I thought the button came out after you pee pee.
No, I pee-peed, and then I went to button my pants.
Oh,
and
it's frothy in there.
Yeah. It's
Classic
it's
Tom.
dark Coca-Cola.
We have
I was up late drinking.
We had a friend that was talking about like drinking too much. He was like, I went to the bathroom, straight
Oh, it's Dracula?
Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola.
So anyway,
That's
we
liver failure.
so
Yeah, it is.
we basically say to Tommy, like, well, you can't go to cross country now. You got to stay home and do your homework in the morning.
Yeah, just
I'm
like
gonna take
real,
Max.
There you
just
go.
like real U of M athletes.
Yeah,
you don't get your work done.
Yeah,
you don't get
That's
on
right.
the field.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
consequences.
So then that threw me off though, because I normally I get dressed in shorts and my tennis shoes. So then I just got dressed for regular work. I had my jeans and my T&D polo
Yeah.
that I wear every day.
One thing can throw him off.
Yeah, and then
One thing.
and
Well,
then because in my mind
routines.
I was like, well, since Max and
He
Tommy
claims he doesn't have any routines.
are not going together, like I'll just drop Max off like I did last year, because I didn't go run with them last
Right,
year.
right.
Yeah.
So I get
Run
there,
with us.
and then Max is like, "Are you gonna run with us or me?"
Oh,
You
put the
know?
guilt on you.
And then I was like, "Yes, I am." So
Oh.
So-
in fact, not only am I going to run with you, I'm going to run with you in jeans. Like a weirdo.
So-
it was all part of my plan.
Stretchy jeans?
no, I mean just my work jeans and my work
They're
shoes
standard.
and polo.
You want to know what they are? They're standard.
Dad frog ass
No, they're
jeans.
PacSun bullhead.
Yeah.
PacSun bullhead.
Oh, that's hot.
So I get there, and I think it's why I pulled
That's
my
shape
calf
crazy
because,
for sure.
Yeah.
because I didn't I didn't do any stretching or anything.
Yeah, but
I
you
just
never
stood there
do
with
any
my
stretching.
arms
Well, you're
crossed.
Didn't
dehydrated.
stretch when we did the
I thought
swim
you
either.
always ran in jeans and a polo.
No, I started going in shorts when I,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
You can't run in jeans and a polo because then people think you're trying to get away from the cops.
Yeah,
You
true.
gotta have shorts on, or people think you're evading something.
Right.
The
Okay.
one of the other dads did say, "You wear jeans," and then I realized how crazy I look running with kids
Yeah.
and jeans and a polo.
You just look like a standard 80s trucker dad.
Anyway,
Yeah, we would have kids in the 80s whose dads are truckers. There's a high concentration of trucker dads, right? And the trucker dads would pull their 18-wheelers up to the soccer fields, and the trucker dads would get out, and they'd participate, and they'd kick the ball around, but they'd be in jeans and cowboy boots because they're truckers.
so anyway, I did that morning.
Had
Then
that dream.
I came straight
Trucker
to
dad.
work.
You were limping crazy.
and worked all day.
Yeah.
Then I went to my trainer in the same jeans and polo.
Oh.
Worked out
But you took your
again.
shoes off.
Ew, stinky.
but you took your
stinky,
shoes off.
stinky.
Barefoot, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I got home like an hour before we were supposed to leave to Chappelle, and then I just sat there on the couch waiting for her to
quiet?
leave.
In the same
In
jeans?
the
didn't
same
shower?
jeans. No.
Shower
And
You're fucking gross. dude.
I was
She's
fine.
got
I
to
wear-
sit next to
And
you.
he got home at what time?
I barely, with the sweat already dried after you.
That doesn't mean you don't stink.
I don't stink. Did I stink yesterday? I didn't stink. I don't stink.
No, you didn't stink yesterday.
I
I
love
don't
the guy in
smell
the
BO.
suit saying, I don't stink.
Do I ever stink? I never stink when I come in
Your
there.
feet sometimes stink.
Okay, well that's
There's
different.
a
Why are you smelling
aura
his feet?
Well, no, you can't not smell the feet.
when he's
Oh,
wearing
it's
flip
just-
flops.
yeah.
I used to have a
Okay.
pair of Vans, like checkerboard Vans, that were just like that. And then he
Tom
vowed
Vans.
that I could never wear them again. I
You're
throw
the
them away.
stinky kid that doesn't shower after PE.
I
Stinky
did
Ed-
stink.
You're the stinky egg kid.
Oh, I was that one.
You need to do a van collab.
So anyway, it just and I sat there for
This
1
is a
hour.
date night, man. You got to shower.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you want a blowjob?
I don't know. I
Right.
did-
She
put
doesn't
on
want to
some-
suck your musty
Too late.
dick.
Don't
Dick.
you want
Gonna
a
do it that late.
post-Chappelle blowjob?
No,
Yeah.
I'll shower before I get that. I've never.
Wait,
I just, you know,
the face you made makes me know that you don't want to post Chappelle blowjob.
well, it's not gonna happen. I mean, there's
You were
small
like,
chances anyway.
Absolutely not. That's the time.
Like I'm not preparing for the Dolphins to win the Super Bowl. You know?
Yeah, I got you.
Anyway.
Okay, so yeah. So how long did you sit on the couch
So
in silence?
well,
Just walk
Looking at
in
his
with a
phone.
sexy
Yeah.
briefcase.
Don't ask about the
too long, Daniel, because Crystal's trying on different outfits and shoes. He's
Yeah,
like, what
but you're trying to
shoes
dress
look better?
up for your date night.
Yeah, but Sam, you realize
Special occasion.
we didn't leave the house until 6.
Okay.
When the goddamn doors open.
well, that's
for,
a mistake. That's a mistake.
Well, I'm just like, well,
It's a sold-out show.
yeah, well, I know.
They're going to
Their
lock your
biggest
phones
audience
up.
ever, yeah.
They're going to lock
gonna
your
take forever
phones
to
up.
get
It's going to
to
take a while to get
security.
in.
Well,
Yeah.
I told you guys that yesterday.
you did.
And you got to walk.
Well, okay. Do you
Yeah.
want to?
So I told.
Park, walk.
Well,
It was at Hard Rock, right?
No,
Where
it was
was
at
it?
Amway.
Amway. Oh.
Yeah, it was at Amway Center.
And you
so,
don't want to park in that garage because it takes forever
No.
to get into the garage in the first
You
place.
did it again?
yeah, we'll get
no,
to that.
not
Hold
that
on.
one. Another one.
So then I
It's
remember
all the same. Apparently, all the garages have the same problem. It's not just the one.
we don't know how to do it here. We
No,
don't know
you
how
park by Motorworks Brewing for free.
Yeah,
and
but
then-
I'm just saying in
and you
general.
hop on a
No, they're
scooter.
charging $10 there.
No, on the street.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
might
yeah, yeah.
you
But
might
all those
disagree.
slots were
You do a
full.
lot more stuff.
Brent,
over-
It was
Everything?
packed downtown.
But
Seriously.
I will
I
say
would
that
have paid $500 to leave immediately instead of being stuck for 2 hours.
Anyone
2
would've.
hours
Anyone
after
would've.
Chappelle
But
finished.
I don't
man.
I'm
think,
glad I parked in my building.
as a rule, Orlando
Smart.
doesn't know how to do this. Like I've been to baseball games in Atlanta with more people, and I get out faster.
Yeah.
I've done stuff in Tampa. Look, I love
Because they
bagging on
shut
Tampa.
down half the streets, too.
Yeah.
But
Everyone's
we
coming from
should.
outside of downtown. That's the problem.
No, but
Yeah.
the problem was the phone thing. and-
Outsiders are the problem.
No, well, because there's sold
I
out
don't mean
events at the
minorities.
Amway.
Minorities.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been to-
Canadians.
I've been to sold out Magic playoff games years ago. I mean, the completely Amway was full. Like, I know there's a little more people with Chappelle because they fill up the actual court area.
Yeah.
But still, like completely, and then it never
And there
was
were,
a
like,
problem.
block
Well, how was
parties
the show?
before and
Yeah,
after
yeah,
parties.
yeah.
How
like-
was it?
It was a great
great
show,
show.
Yeah,
but
it was fantastic.
So, but before that, Brendan, I've never seen this before. Now, on the way, even after this, so Crystal takes a long time. All this,
I'm
what
sure she
shoes
looked
or whatever.
great.
Yeah.
And then,
I didn't even see him last
So-
night. We didn't meet up at all.
So Crystal's like, "Do you think we have time to eat? I wanted to eat before we go." And I'm like, "Well,
Always.
it says get there early, and they're doing a phone thing, so that's probably going to slow down things. Call Andrea; she knows, right?" So,
Yeah.
so
Okay, so the phone rings, right? And me and Andrea are in the parking lot of Primrose Lanes.
Uh-huh.
And we're just getting out of the car. And it's Crystal. And Andrea's like, hold on, let me talk to Crystal. Hello. She does her, hello. So annoying. I'm like, don't just answer it like a regular human. So she answers it. She starts talking to Crystal.
Like you don't put on a voice when you answer.
And
the
then
phone.
Crystal is like,
Yeah.
like, hey, are you guys going to eat? Andrea's like, yeah, we just stopped at Primrose Lanes. We're going to go in there, maybe share
a $15 hot dog.
yeah, maybe get a 15,
Yeah.
maybe get 2 or 5 $15 hot dogs, and then maybe get a couple of drinks, and then we'll make our way down there because we're like, what, 12 minutes away, 15 minutes away?
Uh-huh.
So Andrea's talking to Crystal. Crystal's like, well, do you think you have time to do that? Andrea's like, oh, yeah, we're already here. We're about to go in. And then so they hang up. We start walking in. Well, Crystal had planted the seed in my brain about, like, I start looking at the clock, and I'm, like, looking at my watch, and I'm like, I don't know if we have enough time to do this now. I don't,
she
like...
lit the fuse
she
of
lit the
Daniel's
fuse.
anxiety.
Yeah, she
With,
lit my anxiety fuse.
Yeah.
And then all of a
Very
sudden we're driving, and then we get another text, and Crystal's like, Daniel decided to stop the
Yeah, I put my foot
not go to dinner and then go
Yeah.
to the show because I gave him anxiety about the time. And
it's-
I'm like, you ruined Andrew's night.
Yeah, yeah. It kind of, I mean,
Oh,
it
was
was
she pissed?
it was heading that, well, she was mad at me because I'll tell you what happened. We got in there. This is not a slight on Primrose. I love the place. But you don't go there to get a rushed dinner. You
Right.
don't go there to get like, it's not like you go to
It's gonna take some
Applebee's.
time.
Like, hey guys, we got to get in and out. Let's do it. Like, you can't do that. We sat down. This lovely lady came over. She poured us like the water, you know, the filtered water, put it on the glass with the nice napkins, handed us like all the, and everything is slow. Like the menus are coming out in slow motion. And, like the drink.
And you're just
and then she's like, oops, I don't think that's the right drink. Let me give you the updated drink. And I'm like, oh my God.
Just give me a drink.
So I just text Andrea and I'm like, I don't think this is going to work because I think what's going to happen is,
You texted her?
because I didn't want to say it in front of the girl. Yeah, so I'm texting this to Andrea, right? I'm trying to be polite, you know. And I text Andrea, I'm like, hey, I don't think this is going to work because
Time.
Time, but like there's two ways you could look at this, right? Like I'm not the type of person where I can go to Primrose Lanes, sit down knowing that we have to be somewhere and still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I can't do
Mine's
that.
deal too, yeah.
I am not smart enough I'm not intelligent enough to be able to compartmentalize my anxiety. I'm working on that in therapy right now, but I don't have the toolkit for it. I would sit there and look at my watch
And
constantly.
eat as fast as
I would
possible,
eat
and
the
then
hot-
stare at
yeah.
your wife,
You
waiting for her
ruined
to
it
finish.
already.
Yeah.
Well, Crystal
And I would
ruined
ruin
it.
Andrea's night. I'd be like, come on, eat the hot dog,
yeah.
come on.
I did scream. I'm like, you triggered
Well, wait a
Daniel's
minute.
anxiety.
Didn't you yell at her to call Andrea? So it sounds like you ruined
Oh, wait a
the
minute,
night.
that's right. You live
Yeah, you're the
You know how to
ruiner,
do
Tom. You're the ruiner.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't-
conveniently.
No, I just said to find out what they're doing, not to start triggering Daniel's anxiety. Don't tell them what
That
things
is
could
true.
be
You
going
did-
wrong.
You did ask, what are they doing? You didn't say, hey, call them and tell them they don't have time for dinner.
yeah. That's what she. So anyway,
All right. I wanted to pin
Yeah,
that
but
on
the
you.
call
That's
in
a
itself is
justification.
already
Okay, so
planting the seed.
So Andrea gets my text, reads the text, not happy. I don't know if she's in the chat
Yeah,
room.
she said her night wasn't ruined, but she was wanting
She
a
was
delicious dinner
pissed.
and not
No,
Amway
this
food.
could have gone either way. As we were walking out of Primrose,
No.
and by the way, that's a horrible thing that I know you don't like doing anyway. When you stand up and you already have napkins and water that you already took sips out
Oh,
of,
super
and you're
awkward.
leaving, like I know.
I leave a $5 if I do
yeah.
that.
I know. I just walked out.
You know who has cash?
I didn't have any money. Yeah,
You're
I
like,
didn't have any
charge me
cash
for
on
the
me.
water, 1 cent, and I'll leave it to food.
So as we're walking out, I can feel the daggers. I can feel Andrea mad as fuck. Mad. Mad. She wanted those oysters. She wanted the little pipette of the cinnamon vinegar, or what is
They're
it?
open
The
nice.
citrus
Go back.
vinaigrette.
You set the expectations and you ruined it.
And it was my suggestion. I said, hey, let's go to Primrose. I know you like the oysters there. We'll get some oysters.
And you ripped it right
yeah,
away
make
from
it
her.
horny. I said,
Yeah.
I made the joke. I eat the oysters. You get horny.
So
right.
I told
What's
Crystal
the makeup?
you ruined Andrew's night, and then we went to dinner.
And we did
we're
not-
horrible in life.
we did not- we
And
got in the
horrible
car.
The delicious chilies.
And we got in the car, and Andrea, in stone silence, drove to. Now, remember, I had purchased the cheapest possible Chappelle tickets you can buy. They were $59. They are in the highest level. I've never
Oh,
been
where
that
it's
high.
scary high.
Yeah,
I like it.
It is
You
scary.
do?
I like it for this show. I liked it
No,
because you
it's
could
like
see
this.
it is like that.
Oh, yeah.
Very
It's-
vertical.
it's
You
very
can't lean
it's-
forward to get your beer.
I don't
Like,
know how they get big people
yeah,
up there,
no.
dude. No
Well,
offense to any
I've
of our
been up
bigger
there.
listeners,
It's
but
kinda scary.
it's not
Yeah.
for large people.
No.
Essentially, everybody in that arena is just watching a Chappelle Netflix special on the giant TV because
Right.
that's
Not
all
me,
it is.
I was close.
Well, I'm just saying for the most part. Yeah.
Right.
Besides from the people that were close,
But
like
where I
everybody
spent my
else.
money is when I bought those 2 tickets. So it was like 109, and then they start throwing the service.
Yeah, service fee.
Then I got
That's the cheapest?
that was the cheapest, like
Yeah.
$59. And then like it popped up, this thing popped up, and it said, "Hey, do you want to add VIP parking
Oh, yeah.
next to the Amway?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So I hit it, and then I got out of there for under $200. It was like right at 2. For 2 tickets and a VIP parking pass. So Andrea and I, in silence, I'm just like, we'll eat at the arena. She is not happy, and we're just driving in silence to the
You
arena.
could eat something after, though. You
until-
can go out for dinner
I don't
after.
like a
so-
late
Not
dinner. I'm
late,
an old
not
man
that
now.
late,
It's also a long ass show,
I
right?
like
Yeah.
to eat
Yeah.
at 2J's at 3 p.m.
Yeah, but it's a makeup dinner. You gotta make up.
Yeah, I'm a
Anyway.
2J's 3 p.m. kind of guy.
It's a
Lots of
butt
ball
kissing
soups.
dinner.
So after dinner, me and Crystal show up there 7:30, right?
Oh.
And we're looking like that's when the show
was supposed to
starts.
start.
And we're like, so there's some openers, whatever. We just care about seeing Chappelle, whatever. And the cars on Orange Avenue. I mean, we were backed up in traffic far.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I wonder if there's something going on at Dr. Phillips or like other stuff. This can't be just from the Chappelle show.
Yes,
it's already
it is.
7:30. The goddamn show started, right?
You got to already be in there.
And then
They're all
that's
saying the same thing in their car.
yeah. That's when I did the Chappelle audience math. I was like, I bet you me and everybody around here on the spectrum of bad at life is higher on the spectrum.
And you don't like
and showing up right at the late.
Why
right?
wouldn't you park far away and just hop on a scooter?
Well, because I couldn't believe that all
Then you're there.
like that there was this many people showing up at the goddamn last minute.
We don't navigate these things like you do. You're so much further. Like if it's a video game, you're like a level 75 wizard, and we're like literally just starting novice. We got the leather armor.
Are we talking about Baldur's Gate right
A little
now?
bit.
All right, good. Okay.
So we parked at that hotel across from the Amway, whatever that hotel parking that used to be Paris Hilton's. It's like across from the Paris Hilton's old club.
Cheyenne Saloon.
No,
Pine.
AC
The one on
Sky
Pine?
Hotel.
Yeah, that. And so
Where the really cool patio bar is.
I think so.
Yeah.
And we parked in that garage. Giant mistake.
Okay, so you're there.
But-
Meanwhile, my parking, just to let you guys know where it is, if you've ever been to the Amway, the main
Geico.
entrance of the... No, I wasn't in Geico. I've never seen this lot before. The main entrance where you walk in,
Is it
right?
the one with the fence around it?
Yes, it's the one with the fence around
That's
it.
amazing.
We were
Tracy
the
got me
first
Solar Bear
car-
tickets. They were amazing
We were
parking
the
there.
first car. Like,
Thank you, Tracy.
I'm not kidding you, and I'm
Wow.
not saying this to make it
Love
worse.
Tracy.
It was
It's making it
maybe
worse.
20 steps. It was like 20 steps from the door,
yeah.
like where the player, like where
And
the...
easy to leave, too.
You could have thrown a bowling ball from that parking lot to the front door.
And the parking spots are like
Prove
big
it.
for like
Yeah.
SUVs.
Yeah.
They're humongous mega spots.
Yeah, no
I've
compact car worry
Yeah,
there.
I've never seen this before in my life.
So when we got out and walked towards, and by the way, the mass of humanity that were walking towards the arena at 7:30 at showtime was so unbelievable. I thought something happened, like there was something that delayed
Was it
people
an
getting
exodus?
in. I was like, what's going on?
And they were pushing the show back.
So
Yeah.
we
Oh, wow, because there were so many people.
we got up to
late.
the Amway, and then we see a line formed, and I'm like, well, what's this line for? This can't be, because it's behind the Amway, like near the Geico garage.
Yeah.
And then there's a security guard there. I'm like, what's this line? He's like, oh yeah, this line wraps around the Amway, then goes through like 3 miles of queue, and then you can get in. And then I'm like,
Wow.
what?
You
I'm
should
like,
have
no.
flexed your media pass.
They didn't have any.
And so
Oh,
then I'm like,
no.
oh, we'll go into the Geico garage and we'll take the Sky Bridge over.
Oh, smart.
And then I look over, and then the line starts in the sidewalk, goes up every flight of stairs up to the 5th floor.
Like you're at a water park.
Like Labyrinth. You remember all the stairs? Are like, I mean, there's people
Like
walking.
MC Action
I'm like,
Park.
I've never seen this. I'm like, and then, by the way, this is 7:30.
Wow.
This is when
Yeah.
the show is starting, right?
Yeah.
So
and they were pushing it back.
They
push
legit
it back.
said
The
this
DJ
was
didn't even
the
start till 8.
busiest event they've ever had. That's what they just posted that
Really?
today. Yeah, Amway said it's the busiest event they have
But
ever
we're
hosted in
up-
the
no,
arena.
It's one of the
Easily.
easiest in and outs I've
Yeah.
ever had at the
well,
Amway,
no,
I gotta
because
be honest.
you know what it was.
I'm dead fucking serious.
Everybody came at the last moment.
Yeah.
So because they've sold out the Amway, so I was like, what's the difference? And it was like the amount of people
Yeah.
coming late was more than
Yeah.
they've probably ever experienced.
Wow.
Because
Just
people
for the-
just
you know-
wanted to see Chappelle. They
Yeah,
didn't
because-
care if they had openers. In
Yeah.
fact, Andrea asked me that when we were at Primrose. Andrea's like, well, does he have any openers? And I go, you know, I'm sure he does bring along some people. So I just Googled it real fast, and it said, you don't really know who you're going to get. Like, it could be rando.
Yeah.
Could be 2 to 3 openers. And I was like, it says 2 to 3 openers. She said, oh, that's plenty of time. So that's why we initially went inside. But then I got spooked.
We thought we were slick. We took the elevators up to the 5th floor of the Geico garage. Thinking we were going to cut the line.
Oh, yeah.
Real
I love that.
dickheads.
I love that.
You guys are
person.
assholes.
Yeah,
Well, because I was like,
That would have been a fight before the show.
I like a 5th level dickhead. Good
And you're stinking? Oh.
Good job.
Stinky
No.
by the
dickhead.
way,
You're like those people that don't merge at the right time
I
on the
know.
highway. They try to
Exactly.
skip around you.
But by
Yeah,
the
I
way,
hate that shit.
I just want to get in line and follow the status quo because I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah.
any awkward
No,
moments.
just get in line. You
But
lead
why
into
don't
it.
you get
you're
the
like,
elevator and
"Oh."
skip the line?
But
That's
no,
not
this,
true.
well, this is my wife, and then she calling you. You don't be a pussy.
Yeah, I'm not into that too.
I can see her saying
And then
that.
I'm shamed into it. So then we go up the elevator. We get out the Geico
You know
garage.
who gets blowjobs? 5th floor, the level
Like
covers
us.
get blowjobs, you pussy.
There's security me standing there and then ushering everybody from the elevator to the back of the line, right?
Oh, no.
So they're like, go to the back of the line. So all right, we start walking towards the back of the line. We start walking through a labyrinth of a line, all on the 5th floor that leads to the stairs all the way back down to the bottom. and then I was like, it's a snake eating its own tail.
It did look.
You didn't see any BDMs that were like, get in line.
No. Well, so then we finally end up getting in another line. It took us nearly an hour and a half. Like we didn't
standing in line.
We didn't get in till 8:30.
I wouldn't even. I would just not go to the show.
No, that's I
the whole
contemplated.
process of they have to look at your phone to see where your seat is, and they have to write on a piece of paper because your phone's in a bag. That's where your tickets. Most
Yeah.
of tickets are.
So let me explain to you.
And they're searching bags.
I got in there
and it's
early.
taken forever,
Yeah.
Wow.
I got in there early.
And of course, no one knows where their wallet is on their phone.
So let me tell you what.
Our people are used to using their phones to pay for stuff,
Yeah,
right?
but
too.
you're making a lot of people that are idiots not know how to do
Wow.
that.
Well, like for me, I
Wow.
got there early, and me and Andrea, we walked right over. We got in the line. It didn't take that long to get up there. They get this little fluffy bag, like a little neoprene, almost like a wetsuit bag, and it's got a magnet, like a magnet lock at the very, very top. And so I'm standing in line. Andrea goes in first. The lady says, okay, let me see your phone. They write down, like EJ says, they write down your seats. They take your bag, put it in the neoprene thing, and then they looked at Andrea and they're like, and your Apple Watch too.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh no. Like, I mean, after they said that, like, I have a lady of my own who's asking me all these questions. Like an idiot, I mentioned I have an Apple Watch. I shouldn't have even said anything because I had a sweatshirt on and you couldn't see it. I should have just left my Apple Watch on. But you put both of them in there, and then they lock it,
Make sure
and
it's off.
you have a little piece of paper with where you're going to, and then you couldn't call or do anything. Now, we hadn't checked to see if Andrea's mom had gotten to our house yet to take Maisie to dance. And we were in line, and we didn't want to hold up the line, so we're like, just put the phones in the bags, and then we'll go inside, and then we'll unlock them and call, right? So we go upstairs, like to find the first room that you can.
you have the pouch.
Yeah, we have the little pouches. And
I
then,
thought they were checking it like a coat.
No, I don't
You
think
keep it with you.
you
It's a
keep
little
it with
bag,
you.
yeah.
They don't want to hold on to all those phones. That'd be a logistical
Oh, my
nightmare.
God.
I know, but
giving
then
them all
why
back.
even put it in a pouch if you can unlock it and you can still take pictures of
You
it?
can't.
No,
You can't unlock it.
Yeah, you
can't-
have to go to a
it's-
different. You have to go to a secured room and
Right.
they'll unlock it for you.
That's what I'm getting to. Like,
Ah.
so me and Andrea have our pouches.
Your story made no sense.
Yeah, I'm not a good storyteller. Then they gave you like a bag. Like Chappelle gave you like a canvas bag.
Uh-huh.
Now I fully believe
That's
that
nice.
was the trade for you having to lock up your phones. He's like, oh, we got to give him a little something because
Yeah.
I was not happy when I had to put my Apple Watch away. Like I even said to the lady, I was like, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Like I don't like it. She's like, well, you don't have to go to the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
like-
are the rules.
That's the rules, yeah.
So we make our way up the escalator
kinda
to
nice.
one of the little areas where you can unlock it, and there are all these guys there, like security guards, and they're just being like straight, like profiling me like a straight up dickhead. We go in there. They unlock the pouches. They're like, okay, you can make calls, do whatever you want to, only in here. This is the only place you can do it. And then I'm standing there, and we walk the back. Me and Andrea sit down at one of the tables, and she's like texting Crystal and then calling her mom for, to make sure that Maisie's going to dance. This guy like walks over, straight up looking at me. He's like, hey, don't think about doing anything funny. They're going to wand you when you leave, so you better make it all back in the bag, man. Like to me. And I'm like, all right. I mean, geez, Louise.
Did he know who you were?
No, I don't think so.
Don't do anything
but they
funny.
did. They
Or you got
wanded
tattoos.
you.
And,
Yeah, I think it felt like that. It
Uh-huh.
felt like the tattooed guy's going to take his Apple Watch back, which I totally was going to do.
Wow.
Well, he was
Uh,
right.
He was
Yeah,
right.
he was right.
He did profile you
Yeah,
correctly.
but what a dickhead.
Also, there is
He nailed it.
Good
He
job.
fucking nailed it.
there is a
I was about to
stereotype.
do
Were
it.
you like staring at your watch?
I,
like,
no,
I think
I
I
had
can
it out
figure
and I
this
was
out.
putting it on.
oh, okay,
Like,
okay,
yeah.
that makes sense.
There
He
is
saw
a
you.
there is a stereotype about M words being sneaky.
Wow.
I know.
My pop-up definitely.
What's an M word?
You know what an M word is.
Little person.
Oh.
Yeah. You can't say that.
Mulva.
A mulva.
I don't know.
So
Seinfeld reference. I got it.
Is that where it came from?
It took
But
a
everybody
while to
around
get
me,
in.
by the way, had their watch on. Everybody, because when they'd ask, do you have an Apple Watch, they just say no.
Lie, yeah.
Then one guy I met, he was like, I just told him I have a heart condition, and they let me keep it. I'm like, all right.
So I wonder, for
I
all the
fucked up.
trouble they go through, like putting everybody's phone in a bag and the extra time and the money you spend, because they have to hire a giant team to do this, which It's got to be insane expensive or whatever.
Yeah.
Wonder what the downfall is for a bunch of people recording any of the Chappelle Show stand up. I mean, this is being filmed for a Netflix special too, I guess, apparently. But it seems to me like, how much would that hurt his business if he just let people have their phones?
I don't know.
What's the real the actual
I mean, the
detriment
the
to
real
what he
feeling. The real feeling about me, if he hadn't put on a good show,
Yeah.
I was already in the mode. Just being honest with you about my emotions, like I was already in the vibe. Like after, my phone was all locked up and everything. I was like, this is bullshit. Like I was like, fuck this. This is nothing. I even said to the ladies, I was like,
What
nothing.
a baby, Dion.
I know, but I said nothing is
It's
this fine.
fine.
When I said that,
My
I go,
phone being locked up made me focus.
I
helps
loved
me
it.
so
I
much
loved
with
it.
that.
Don't get me
That's the
wrong.
reason why.
I'm just sharing with you the reality of like being a fucking flawed person. Is I was like, nothing is this funny. Nothing is this funny. Give me back my shit.
but it's weird.
That's how I felt.
What is?
But it was a better show because everybody's
Yeah,
paying attention.
Were you
paying
like that when your
attention.
parents took your toys away because you were bad?
No, I never got my toys taken
No?
away. I was
Okay.
good. I was a
Oh,
good kid.
I doubt it. But
But it's
Really good.
it's because he doesn't want people filming the bits and putting them up all over
Yeah.
the internet,
Or
right?
before
taking
he's ready.
selfies in front of the stage.
I think
like,
it's
trying to run
part
up
that
there.
it is part of a
The
distraction because
yeah.
a lot of people will just hold their whole goddamn phone up the entire show,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
have their flash on like an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
And he's
I
old
mean, there's
school.
reasons for
He's
it.
old school too. He doesn't want to see that. He wants
Yeah.
to see you laughing and have a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
And
So it's more
smoking
about
cigarettes.
Is
Or
it
maybe
more,
it's just a control thing.
is it more about the show
experience,
itself and the
yeah.
experience, or about people leaking the material?
I think
on
it's
the
a
No, it's the
combination of
experience.
both.
All of
Okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah, I do think after we talked about it a little bit this morning, I did like looking, and Andrea pointed this out to me, like when we were sitting there ahead of time, we'd made it to our seats and get some drinks, and we're just sitting there and they lower the lights and you're looking around and it's totally fucked up to not see any
On their
lights.
phone, yeah.
It's so weird.
Or just people looking
right,
down.
a
Like,
glow on their face.
Yeah, you don't see
yeah.
that.
It was amazing to look up in the seats and
It-
see everyone just paying attention
Now-
in one direction.
Now, I cannot say that
Not
it
that
did
amazing.
not make it better. It did make
In
it better.
today's time?
It made it a better. It does make it better.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if they did that,
Yeah.
or if they had a way to do it that was a little more convenient, I can't argue with that. And I was glad I
Oh.
relinquished my phone, so I didn't.
What
my
if
point
it was
is that
Netflix saying it? Because they own the content for that evening. Maybe it's
Yeah.
maybe-
that's actually
It might
not
be
bad.
part of it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
right.
can see that.
Actually, I just saw it over your shoulder in the chat room. It was a great idea.
Oh, right. on. Don't tell that.
Give
You're
him
supposed to steal
credit for
those.
that. Say who it was. At least give him credit.
No, I'm not related to
Don't
Weekly.
steal
I don't
jokes like
steal
Tom
it.
does.
You gotta-
Hey, shots fired.
So, when I left, it was 2 hours of sitting in the top of a parking garage.
There were multiple fights, I heard. Multiple people
Yeah.
got thrown out. There
Yeah,
was
yeah.
cigarette smoking within the seats,
Yeah.
right? In the audience.
Yeah, because when Chappelle smoked a goddamn pack of cigarettes
We
on
counted
stage,
them.
Yeah.
He
chain
smoked
smoked the
12
whole time.
cigarettes from the time he
And drinking
started
tequila
to
the whole time
time
he's
he
playing.
Well,
ended.
that's not
Tequila.
allowed.
Like,
12 cigarettes.
Like,
Two
I
cups.
felt like, I'm like, oh man, your throat. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
with that much talking and smoking, I was
Yeah.
like, how does his throat handle it?
It was a lot.
Yeah,
Tequila. Wash it down with tequila.
Yeah, 50-year-old man. He did get a little slurry at the end. I
He
noticed.
did. He did.
did, yeah.
He got a little loose, which it seemed like he was having a good time.
But it was a great show. But yeah, I think him smoking on stage like gave some psychology to the audience of like, I'm gonna smoke because there people were smoking
Yeah.
all around me.
Everywhere there was smoke.
And
What?
then some-
marijuana too?
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
god,
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah.
most.
But more, I
marijuana.
smelled more cigarettes. Like because he was smoking the whole time. Like people were just like, I'm gonna smoke too.
All the
And
weed
nobody
was
got
the
kicked
line
out for
get in.
smoking?
No,
No.
they
No?
didn't
just
look like
gave
that.
up.
Yeah,
I think they did give up because there was so much marijuana up there with me and all the Walmart crew and the cheap seats. I mean, there was nothing but cigarettes
Oh,
and
that's interesting.
marijuana. It was just smoke everywhere.
I would never smoke it anyway. I'd be too scared.
Yeah.
Well,
people
Chappelle's
that-
doing it.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
you're like, I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
But it's
I-
part of
you
his
know,
performance.
I
That's
don't
why
think-
he's allowed to
He's
do
a
it.
gazillionaire,
No, I know.
though.
No,
Yeah.
no, but I'm just saying that people, I'm sure that's why they
Yeah.
started, because in other words, they would never smoke inside the arena, just watching the Magic game or something.
Yeah.
Like no one would do that. But
Although, I mean, now that you say that though, to sit there with like a beer and just smoke a cigarette while I'm watching the Magic sounds amazing.
I smoke a vape sometimes at soccer games.
Oh, yeah.
And I giggle to myself because I feel like I'm being real bad.
Yeah, I know. I mean, or just take an edible.
Yeah.
I think most people just do that.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's probably
I
the
think
smart way
most
to do
people
it.
just take an edible and then just wait for it to kick in when they go there. But
Yeah.
it was good. But I'm just saying, I am really, really glad I did lock up my phone. That he flipped me around because he put on an amazing show. The phones being away did make it a better show. It was really, really good.
But
One of the
poor
best.
Tom was trapped in the garage for 2 hours.
I know.
Real
I was
bad.
not. Now here's a kicker. I
It was
literally.
real bad.
I walked out.
You didn't plan ahead. It's all him. It's his fault.
No,
I walked out. I
Yeah.
went right into my car, and then as I'm in my car, and
Yeah.
Andrea drove us home. Apparently, I was sleep mask and asleep before you even got home.
Wow.
Yeah, I was still in the garage.
I would leave my
I
car
was
and
playing
come back
Spider-Man
the
2
next
by the
day.
time you probably got home.
Yeah.
Leave
What were
your
you
car
guys
there.
talking about for 2 hours in the garage?
Oh, God.
I was writing fat jokes about Egypt, and then just silent. And then me and Crystal were just mad that we knew we got ourselves in this situation because we've been in this situation before where we were at the top.
This
of
won't be the last time, baby.
And then we were like, "Why did we do this?"
But
to
you
us?
didn't think at all when we bailed on our dinner plans. You didn't think at all that was like a warning at all.
Well, we started convincing ourselves.
They're
I
like,
was-
they're too
Yeah,
over
they're tired.
prepared.
It's too much.
Well, I thought to myself, I was like, oh,
This
people.
is anxiety.
The openers, like people will get
Yeah.
there showtime to
Right,
see the
right.
openers, but
Yeah.
everybody, I often think like the common man. I
No,
don't know if you
yeah,
know this,
yeah.
right?
Just like Tom.
Yeah.
Just like
People
Tom.
share.
So
I
I-
know very common men that wear bear suits.
Like I find myself in the middle of panic situations with a bunch of people buying generators at the last minute and like water or whatever it is, and like
Oh,
because
that's good to know.
no one prepares for anything, and
Yeah,
so it was a mass of humanity showing up late to a show and getting
And
butt
being
fucked over it.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then being mad about it.
Yeah.
We're like, what the fuck?
Why are you all here at the same time as I am?
And then all we needed to do was show up
Yeah.
when they said to.
Yeah.
It's only our
Wow.
fault.
We
And then
were-
we're all looking at each other mad. and
We were in the
like,
concourse sitting there by Gringos, and there's little wagon wheel tables, that spin, and we were sitting there, and we had our Gringos and our beers, and me and Andrew were sitting there, and we look over the edge, and there's an endless, like you said, a snake eating its own tail. There's just an endless sea of people coming. We were just sitting there watching them, drinking our beers.
So we got so much to do today on the
Yeah,
show.
what
We
do you wanna
got-
do next?
Well, we got battle bots in here.
That's just in the
Yeah,
briefcase.
yeah. Do we need to take a break? And
We
then
were worried.
Yeah. We
I didn't know.
we'll tell the
Like, he has a gun.
T&D
there's a
medical
bomb in
later.
there?
Yeah. We can mention that later. Let's take a little break. The name of the artist is Mercyland. The name of the song is Guessing Time is Gone. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. We'll be right back.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Squirt. Squirt who? Squirt is P. You dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that squirt is P.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Oh, there it is.
How many cigarettes did you smoke last night?
A cigarette, Dave. I think I know what you guys were doing in the old...
Getting a little crazy, huh?
Where you guys had the windows down in the parking garage, huh?
Ass up.
1:30 or so before I went to sleep, maybe 2.
Good Lord.
Anyway, Manscaped.
Yeah, Manscaped.
You need some shaving products for your beard. They've got nose hair trimmers.
Yeah.
They got any sort of hair on your body. Manscaped can take care of it.
I use the beard hedger to bring my beard down a little bit.
Yep.
Did like the classic quarter frog freak out, and looks good.
Great gift for the holidays.
That's true.
Yeah, excellent stocking stuffer. Do you guys still stuff your stockings?
Ew.
Anybody that has a beard in your life, this would be a great gift.
Even if it's your mom.
Use promo code TOMANDDAN20 for 20% off and free shipping
We should
worldwide.
market these to very dark-haired Italian ladies.
Let's shave the bear suit at the end of the day.
I remember I went to
I don't know
school.
that.
I went to school with a girl. She was in band with me, and she was like, well, how old would I have been? Like maybe 13 or 14 or something. 15 years old. And she had jet black, like those wolf people hair on her arms.
Oh, yeah.
She, and it was
unfortunate.
Thick. Yeah, it was very, very thick, and she had a rough go. We were mean to her. We were so mean to her.
Yeah. When you have Wolfman hair, it's
on
hard.
your arms,
It's a hard
and you're in band.
teen girl
God.
living.
I think she was a flute player too. It's like I'm like, look at that wolf.
So
He's playing a flute.
we got an email, I think earlier on last week, maybe.
Yes.
About sponsoring a fighting robot.
Yeah. Which is something that we've been wanting to do for a very long time.
And Travis and Jesse are here with some fighting robots. And explain to me what league, because we all know BattleBots, but that's probably. That's
like
not
the
league.
UFC of combat robotics.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, so is that like the
It's
big
a
dog?
brand.
Combat
The sport is
roboting.
combat
Is that the big dog though?
It's like the
is
UFC, okay.
Is there a Dana White of? Is there like a red-faced robot that slaps his wife around?
He slaps his robot wife.
It's like Dana White before the hair transplant.
Oh man, sometimes I watch that video if I'm in a bad mood just to cheer myself up.
When he slaps her.
I'm not slapping my wife around.
And
then debuting a slap contest.
Yeah. Well, it was in conjunction.
He slaps her with a buzzsaw hand. What league is this?
The event is called Robot Ruckus.
Okay, Robot Ruckus.
It's at Maker Faire, Orlando.
All right. So, and when did you guys get into fighting robots?
I'm like 2 years.
Okay.
This is like my second year.
Oh, right on.
Inspiration always starts when you're a kid, right?
Yeah,
you
of
watch
course.
the BattleBots 90s show and you go up from there. But then eventually Jesse started pulling the trigger and saying, I'm going to go and start trying to do this at the smaller competitive level. And he just took me with him. So I've been helping out.
Oh, right on. So you guys like just kind of met on the circuit or like?
We've known each other for a long time.
Oh, okay, right on.
For a long time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Back.
We're D&D buddies.
D&D buddies.
Okay, so nerds that got graduated. You've graduated a different version of nerding.
We're full-fledged nerds.
All right.
So
we fit right in here.
I noticed you have 2 briefcases.
This is when they both have guns. It's like we've never done this before. This is
nobody checked those briefcases.
They've got some guns, right? Like
so, BattleBots is heavyweights. That's 250 pounds.
Okay.
There's classifications called insect weights, which are smaller weights, which is what we compete in. There's 3 pound, 1 pound, and 150 gram. And then there's also for the 1 pounds, there's plastic ants, which is almost all 3D printed.
Interesting.
When you switch to grams, you lost me.
Yeah.
We know.
You're like 1 pound, 2 pounds, 150 grams.
Yeah.
And then I was like, is
very
that more than
weed?
2?
why
or
not
less?
go 1 pound, 2 pounds, or smaller than a pound?
There's also at Maker Faire, there will also be, I believe, 15 pound and 30 pound robots. They're not going to have the heavyweights this year. Usually they have what they call sportsman combat robots, which are not the big spinners for heavyweights. They're usually just like hammers, little thwackers, or wedges.
Stupid
but that's
little
because it's way too
thwackers.
dangerous.
Yeah,
But smaller weight classes, we can have the spinning robots, the high kinetic energy.
Okay, so you got to have a sizable amount of weight to really start whacking stuff around with the spinning.
The
box.
250 pounds is a whole other thing than what we're doing. But
Okay.
these are still very dangerous. They got some power behind them.
So let's talk about you mentioned a little bit about the whackers and the quackers and the,
Don't
the
mock them, don't mock
buzzsaws.
them.
I'm just saying.
Just because you're miserable in the bear suit doesn't mean you have to make everybody else miserable.
There's like there's probably like 5 different weapons that you can really do with BattleBots.
Flamethrower.
Yeah,
Spike.
the flippers is a popular one.
They win a lot, but I think flippers are boring.
Yeah, they are boring.
Yeah, I don't like. I like the weapons that don't work very well. I watch a lot of BattleBots.
Yeah.
With Maisie. And we are massive fans of any propane tank, any flame, but it does nothing. It literally does. I've never seen flame do anything. Like it's a metal robot. You're just warming it. You're warming the robot. But it looks so
look cool.
I think maybe one time they set like a tire tread on fire. Maybe one time.
Have you seen Gruff? That's the one that I've
the crime
really
dog.
seen.
McGruff.
Basically,
Yeah, I've seen McGruff.
Yeah.
Even the buzzsaws are cool, but they never do what you assume they're going to do in your
I
mind.
want them to cut them in half.
You want them to go like, yeah, and then cartoon, they fall in half.
And then I want hydraulic fluid to be spraying out everywhere.
But all they really do is they immediately
scratch it a little bit.
when the spinning saw hits the other robot, it just stops it and then flings the robot across the thing.
Sometimes flings your own robot.
yeah, but it breaks the saw every time because it goes from 10,000 RPMs a second to 0. Anyway, so. Let's take a look at your robots.
All right. There we go.
I like that. You know what I like? The fact that you have your robots in briefcases and not new briefcases, old flea market briefcases.
Those are vintage.
Goodwill briefcases.
Seriously,
I like that better.
You mean you can't pony up for a Samsonite? Like, come on, man.
Also,
Jesus Christ.
You can't put any egg foam inside.
God,
it's all loose.
It's still got my dad's dreams inside of it.
There's still like a felt pen holders and
literally
documents.
Print-Us-All Publishing Company, 1975.
All right.
This one is our 1 pound robot. This is Beef Supreme.
Beef Supreme. What a great name.
He took 3rd place at Robot Ruckus last year.
Yeah. Oh, look at his little blades.
Yeah. He's got this nice little
Oh, that can,
Spin
that'll
around.
chop your
Spins in
toes
both
off, right?
directions.
Yep.
It could chop your toes
It could
off.
do some damage.
All right.
Could
So
we
wouldn't
fight that against? Oh, dude, we should do this. It smacks of Bubba the Love Sponge, but how about BattleBot versus Boar?
oh, BattleBot versus a real
Boar.
animal?
Yeah, Battle Boars.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
me.
It's you.
It's me in a boar costume.
No, but I would like to see a robot fight an animal.
Well, but
Although
people
it would
hate
be
boars.
gruesome.
Yeah, it would. What the hell?
Yeah, they wouldn't
man?
let you do it.
Yeah,
but
the
like,
animals go screaming. We're like, oh my god.
This was a mistake.
We're like, put a towel over it.
I'm like, were we videoing that? Burn the tape. Jeez.
Go to black. Go to black.
So what if, like, we tied up EJ and we just put
What?
him on the floor? Okay, we're following.
Oh, like
here.
mousetraps.
No,
Can
no.
we chop his penis off?
No,
with
no,
it?
and then his head was just exposed, right?
Oh, big fat head.
And could you, over a time, like actually murder him
Oh.
with that tiny?
Dude, you're
what is
more
it called?
twisted than I thought. I like the piercing.
mad about the
Yeah,
piercing.
this motherfucker's got.
No, no.
He's giving me some Daniel vibes, and I'm into it.
Like,
We brought the controller if you want to drive it. You want to chase EJ around.
Yeah.
Is there something we can destroy here with it?
Yeah, like can we put
Hey, why don't
a
we
Diet Mountain can?
let's chop.
Don't
let's-
chop up Mo.
Let's chop a full Mo beer and then make it a commercial for Mo.
All right.
If you don't call Mo, we'll chop your toe.
Yeah, let me see this thing in action here.
You want us to? You want to drive it?
Well,
or-
well, I don't know how to drive it, so I'm going to be running into
what are you,
everybody's feet.
pussy?
This is the first time you've said you don't know how to do something.
Well, okay, well, I'll
Who
do
can-
it, but it's
who
going to
can
take a
drive it
minute.
better, you or EJ? Double or nothing.
Well, he's a nerd. This is a nerd game.
You're right, you'll lose. Close your hands.
I don't know what I'm
can't
good at.
do the controller.
A nerd or the swimming.
I don't know what I'm.
Aw.
That's means nutrition or something. Exercise. All right.
We've also got. This is one of our 3-pound robots. This is Slam Hog.
Yes! Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to overmodulate.
I thought that was a control.
That made me so happy that it's called Slam Hog. Oh my, hold on.
We actually got the name for you guys.
You need to play this when you guys come out.
Well, you guys got to sponsor Slam Hog.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There's plenty of marquee space here. We could put some Tom and Dan
Slam
logos
Hog,
on those.
hell
logos.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah. We're sponsoring Slam Hog.
So
Oh, yeah.
Slam
As
Hog's
long as
Slam Hog is our most chaotic robot. It is really hard to drive.
And it's the funnest one to watch. It
Yeah,
just bounces
it's
around
got
the
a
stage.
nasty weapon, but it's really hard to drive, so we don't get a good clean hit too often.
What's the
It
weapon?
usually ricochets around.
That thing that
spinning disc
spins. And see the knob on the edge on the side? That edge will catch whatever's
Yeah.
in front of it and just hurt it real
it's
bad.
an undercutter. It's meant to take out the wheels.
Ah,
So,
okay.
Yeah, but often it ends up just ricocheting all around the
Yeah,
arena
so if you
and
put
tearing up the
someone's
arena.
head in front of that, yeah, that's
That'd be
murder.
real bad.
It'll take a while for them to die. You should be running
Well,
into
yeah,
their head.
yeah. Oh, you just want to
They would
torture
go
him.
into shock pretty
You want to
quick.
torture him.
This
Well,
one,
I mean,
one
could
won't
you
fire up
kill 'em?
outside the test box. It's sketchy.
Yeah, okay, I got you. That one's more predictable, easier to control.
And this is our other 3-pounder counterfeit.
Whoa, and that's got the fake Gucci on it?
Oh yeah.
I love it, man.
And this one's got this is a new beefy weapon we got.
Yeah, that's
so,
nice.
So that's a beef spinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, like you're getting the lingo down.
Is it all like are spinners the most efficient weapon?
Probably. I mean, they're easy to just point the weapon at something, hit it. It's gonna do a lot of damage.
I do love the big
High
aluminum hammers, even though they don't do much.
Yeah.
I do love a good spike, even though they don't do much. I do love a good flamethrower. I mentioned that.
Yeah.
Don't do much.
The flippers, I feel like,
They
the
do a
most,
lot, yeah.
but are the most boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like-
Especially if it's a durable robot and all they do is they flip him up in the air and then he bounces a bunch and then he starts driving around again. And then it's just cat and mouse.
yeah,
And
Especially
then
if
I'm
they
like-
can self-right and everything like that,
Yeah.
right? So, these both drive reversible. So if they get flipped over, which happens all the time in the box, their drives just fine. It's just
Have
facing
you
the other
guys ever
direction.
been injured in this sport, like being a designer and or driver? So it's pretty safe as long as you take real
safe.
precautions. you're
Safety is
good.
important.
Yeah.
Sure.
Should we drive it right here in front of the lobby
Yeah,
cam?
I want to see one of these things spin.
Sure.
And
This one would be the safest one to do that as long as nobody jumps in front of it.
Oh, EJ jump in front of it.
let's put one of the Bart Merrick pillows, and then see what happens to
Oh,
it.
you want to chew it
You wanted
up?
to chop your wife.
no, I'm just
How
saying.
dare you?
No. What else are we gonna use?
So you want to drive a BattleBot into a pillow representation of your wife?
No, I
This
mean,
guy-
it's the only thing that I sitting right next
this
to
guy
it.
hates blowjobs. See?
Yeah, he does.
I just want
a bot job.
Now we have a handheld camera, right?
Well, it's not set up yet, but I can run the one from the.
Oh,
I
okay.
can run the one in the lobby, and you
Yeah.
can see it because like we have that big gray space.
Yeah,
area.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah,
in the
that'll
lobby.
work perfectly.
Yeah. Let's drive it around.
Yeah,
in
you want to go out there and
say,
drive it around a little bit if you don't mind? That'd be awesome. And then we'll just kind of relay back
Now,
here.
when is this competition?
It is Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
I believe Maker Fair is open from 10 till 5 or 6. Both Saturday and Sunday.
Very cool.
You can get tickets at robotruckus.org.
You might want to take it. I might sneak on down to this.
There's a lot of other things going on besides the robot competition, but if you go to Maker Fair, it's included with the ticket.
I think you and your boys could make a robot. And then we can start betting on robots.
What the problem is, I'm not
the kids will love it.
that meticulous when it comes to engineering.
Are there any like?
I'm not either. I'm not an engineer.
Yeah. Are there any like hillbilly BattleBot guys?
There's actually a lot of kids out there. These are partially.
There's
kids.
definitely some farm guys that just throw them together with whatever's in the barn.
You
and
could be
there's
like
some crazy
that.
stuff.
Brendan wants to know if you guys do battle fights at bars.
I don't know of any locally, but there.
Okay.
There's definitely some of those. They have
Okay.
tap
Yeah,
room
look at that.
battles
Look
and
at
stuff.
his hamster wheel.
You can set that
Look
up.
at that guy's hamster wheel turd and always coming up with the ideas. This guy.
But you know,
They also have alcohol at Maker Fair. I will say that,
Oh,
so
nice.
you can watch.
right.
But if you don't have the octagon of ballistic, bulletproof glass, one of these things are gonna fly off into the crowd,
Or-
and someone's gonna die.
Bits and
Or you're gonna get
pieces
some
go
shrapnel or
everywhere.
something.
Yeah.
Their chunks are gonna fly all over the place. Yeah.
How much is one of those boxes? Like the safety boxes.
The box
Oh,
is
like
pretty-
I mean,
Expensive.
yeah.
It's not a BattleBot box like you see on the show, right?
Right.
It's the box is.
It's like a steel frame with polycarbonate sheet inside.
Oh
Gotcha,
wow!
yeah.
My
I think
God.
it's like quarter inch.
Yeah, but it's probably I would say twice the size of your guys' desk back and around, so that it's
Yeah, it's like 8 foot by 8 foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the smaller arena. The bigger one, I think it's like 16 by 16.
I want your honest answer to this, and this is theoretical. But if
God.
you put, let's say, 25 of those size BattleBots or fighting robots in, a ring or whatever, and you had EJ with just one ball-ping hammer, and could you kill him?
Everything is back to killing EJ.
Or will he break all the BattleBots because they're tiny?
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Yeah, but
could you
he's
attack
not
his feet
known-
until he fell over and then just start attacking?
But he's not known for his, it's not like his, he's like a laser sharp ninja or anything. You know what I mean?
but these are tiny.
If he's wearing those flip flops, he's losing.
Yeah, but 25 of them.
Yeah, coming at
It would
him.
be
at a-
hard to dodge them if they were all coming from different angles and spinning, and
Yeah, but
You're
they're
gonna-
not that big.
you're gonna go,
They're-
ow, ow, ow,
For sure.
But you're smashing him with the hammer the whole time.
All right, we want to see these things
Sorry.
in
Yeah,
action.
okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, you guys
You
are.
want to see your fantasies of killing EJ.
Yeah, you can do it out there in the lobby. Sam will show you. She's gonna get some video too, and then I'll put it in. Tom and I can stay in here. And was that it turning on?
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
there
wow.
any cash prize for winning this, or is it? You get some ribbon. It's a lot of
I
work
think
for a ribbon.
I mean, like in real BattleBots, there's cash prize.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You get money. Okay, so we're looking at this. Brendan, Samantha, and the BattleBots gentlemen are all all in our lobby, and they're gonna drive this BattleBot around. I think.
It looks like a little remote control car. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
look
it
that
does.
menacing.
Drive it towards you, Brendan.
Yeah.
A little bit towards you.
Okay, so he's starting up the saw. Oh, now we're gonna get it. Oh! Oh, wow! He blew him apart.
Holy smokes, dude!
Yeah. That thing. Oh man, if that hit your toenails.
I don't even want. Don't run that thing in here. I don't want to be near that thing.
That thing would blow your big toe off.
Your purple shoes.
Yeah.
What was that they hit?
A tiny toy Sebastian from Little Mermaid. It literally exploded it.
You can barely see it on our camera out there.
See what it does to a pillow.
Oh my God.
With
That
the
is
space pumps.
crazy.
So, put something else in front of it.
Something ricocheted into the camera. I saw the camera was like shaking. It exploded. That's nuts.
No, they still do the. Oh, Samantha's picking up the parts.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
She's gonna bring it in to show
all right.
what it did to it.
yeah, bring it in here, guys.
All right, so Travis, Jesse,
Oh my God.
that
Wow.
that
Holy
annihilated it.
It cut my Sebastian to pieces.
Yeah, come on back in, guys. That was okay. That was. I won't be making.
That was more hardcore than I thought. For
oh
sure.
my God, yes. Yeah, holy smokes, man.
I thought it was just gonna
That's why we didn't light up beef.
Counterfeit
or
again, I am a little afraid
that.
that you guys. I mean, like, it's surprising to me that they haven't been injured.
They should.
Well,
you know, like that is like.
I mean, you guys fuck around with these things when you're drunk, right?
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I would do. Like,
chopping up fruit.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'd be chopping everything.
Yeah, I'd just be at home chopping up anything that my wife left laying around.
Anything I have.
Yeah.
It would be hard for me to not chop my own iPhone just because it's there. You know, like I'd be like, chop everything.
So, what does a winner get of this competition?
I know there's a cash prize, probably like a couple $100.
Oh, okay.
There's no money in this. We probably spend more money than that.
What do you think?
The ref says he'll give $20 to anybody who can break the lights and the ceiling.
Let's talk about that. Like for that one that we just saw, what does something like that cost? If Tom and I were going to build one,
this one, the guy that designed it sells a kit. It's like $400. He sells it on Etsy. Maximum Effort Robotics.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah,
so a lot of these guys
is the name of the kit.
Make little kits and you buy them and put them together.
Yep.
And
the Slam Hog one was a kit. This one was some files that I've modified. And
sweet.
Is there a backyard robot matches like there is backyard wrestling?
Yeah.
Like some hillbillies, are they too dumb to build
a guy doing a
one?
backyard event.
I want bum bots where it's like an old out of work bot. They're like, nah, I suck your dick, and then you put him in there, and then he's like, gets the saw back going again, and they're fighting each other, and they're fighting because they fucking gotta live.
I do have another 1 pound bot that Dan would like that I didn't bring because it's not competing, but it's called Killer Croc.
Okay.
It's made out of a child's Croc shoe. And it's got a flamethrower in it.
Oh, see? This is what I'm talking about. This guy knows.
Now, you wanted us to sponsor Slam Hog in the competition, and what does that entail? Like Tom and Dan sticker? How many people are going to see this? I mean, you know.
I think they want some money. I don't think they just want a sticker. Jesus Christ.
No. You want more than a sticker?
There's no money.
What about Bill Gates over here?
Yeah, he's supposed to give him like a hundo, right? Like a couple hundo.
Yeah, you get us some stickers. We'll throw them in the Slam Hog.
Okay, well, that's it? It's just stickers?
Wow, you're a good negotiator.
What can you offer us?
Well,
a free T-shirt?
Yeah, I was going to give you $100. But
you want a straw hat?
You took it.
Yeah, is there, I mean
Seth's not here, so we got $100.
How big is the audience? I mean,
Yeah.
Are they in our demographic? I imagine
it varies.
How many mermaid-haired girls will be watching this? Because I know most of the girls at the Maker Fair.
Brendan's getting in on the sticker action.
Yeah.
that fits perfect with.
Are there any lady
yes.
battle
engineers,
yep.
or do they are there bots competitive? You know, or
yeah.
Okay,
yeah, there's some
surprising.
really good.
If we're lucky, which doctor?
Which doctor will be at the event?
Which doctor
won't be
was there
competing,
last
but
year?
you'll be on display.
That's the big dog.
Hijinks is also a female-led team.
Which doctor? The guy wears a top hat like a spooky voodoo man.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So they get into it like wrestling, right? I've seen
some of them do.
Yeah.
They like the costumes.
Chat wants to know if there are BattleBot groupies.
Oh yeah.
There was not.
I would imagine not.
A stupid question.
Next.
yeah. This, know your audience here. The BattleBots. So again, when's the event? So everybody knows.
This weekend.
It's Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
And go see Slam Hog. Cheer them on.
Yeah.
Slam
Hog. Slam Hog.
Slam Hog. And do they get broken every time, like after every fight?
Most of the time, yeah.
A lot of the times they do. It depends, but a lot of them are all of these have 3D printed parts, and those tend to break off.
This one's
Jesse's
mostly
got a
3D
ton
printed.
of bodies printed out just in case they completely shatter, and then we have to rebuild them.
Does anybody make any inappropriate bots that they're not allowed to make, where the name is like too spicy, or they mount a dildo to it or something? Or
there's a few out there that are questionable.
Yeah, I figure that they probably want to keep it clean for families and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You don't want like the butt plug bot, like flinging plugs everywhere or whatever.
There's been some edgy ones. I think some people try to see how close
probably,
to the line they can get.
Yeah, they
before.
probably push it a little bit.
And there's been some that I've seen the announcers call them by a different name because they didn't want to say it.
We're
not going to call this Hitler's
There are a lot of kids at the events competing and watching. So,
sure. You want to keep it G-rated or at least PG.
And they're very big on safety over there, too. So all of these have weapon locks, so you can't really, until you put it in the box, that's when you're allowed to pull the box.
And they're real big on that.
You're not allowed to turn them on and spin the weapons up unless you're in a safety box or in the arena.
All batteries have to be in bags
for
fires and in case fires happen until that actually goes into the bot and then into the box itself.
Yeah, it'd be a real downer in the show if someone spun their finger off before they're spraying blood.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, like, nerds cry a lot, so it'd be like a lot of agony crying.
Jesse, Travis, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you guys. That was rad. Thanks for letting. We're sponsoring a bot, man. We're in the bot business. Are we taking a break and putting Brendan back on the couch and finishing it out?
Because I want to talk to Brendan about a bunch of different things.
Yeah, we got too much to talk about. This is specially picked for Richard, our friend Richard on the BDM page. He loves Frank Turner. Well, this is a brand new song by Billy Liar featuring Frank Turner called Negroni. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the industry leader, radio guys turned podcasters. And now the whole town is sucking our dicks.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to lick our balls, bitch.
Motivation so
Brand new music from Flying Raccoon Suit. The name of the song is Swan Song.
Oh, like Mario.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Oh.
Or what are those things called? Tanuki?
Tanuki.
Yeah. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
How you doing, Brendan?
Oh, I'm great. Thanks for asking.
So, how'd you get the cover of the magazine?
I sucked a dick.
All right.
I knew it! We told you he was gay.
You know what? It really is that easy.
Busted.
Yeah.
Busted.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that easy. It was a big dick. No,
Have you heard of dread? It was dread. Sometimes when I see girls holding dread, I'm like, how do they do that? Where do you start?
Yeah. But I do tell my wife that,
Whale blast.
if you you have to do is this, and things will be so much easier.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Well, I was just saying in that.
sounds like you're holding her hostage in your basement.
Like I wish.
Sounds like you just
What are
told
you talking
me.
about?
You yelled at your wife, if you'll just suck my dick, this will go easier. Is that what,
No,
is that what just happened?
Or other men's dicks. I don't know. It wasn't clear.
No.
Yeah,
what
it puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again.
I'm saying it's not that hard to do.
Yeah.
Other things.
That's funny.
Anyway, so.
No, they asked. They were very nice. I have a food column there. They keep trying to treat me like their critic, and I keep saying no because critics get beat up. I don't want to do that. So it's just I don't like sharing opinions on there. I just like rounding shit up for them. But this time I had to share it, and they paid me a lot of money to do it. So
Yeah,
I said
there you
yes.
go. I like it.
So with being a food critic,
He's not.
I'm not though. I'm a
He
food
just said that.
columnist.
He just said that. He just said he doesn't want to be a critic.
And he leaned into it.
Do you really worry about repercussions?
Yeah, we do not do critics on Bungalower. We don't do that shit because people get mad, and if anyone feels slighted, then they don't want to advertise with you. So we just we tell you what's up. We tell you about new stuff.
Are you following the TikTok guy Keith Lee? So he's a TikToker
No.
that does. He's a food critic, and he just got a threat on his life because he did some shit in Atlanta and people didn't like it. So he had to stop touring because someone is following him.
Yeah, opinions.
These people get real pissed off if you don't say 5 stars about their fucking restaurant.
If you air opinions, people come after you.
And he wasn't. He didn't even give a
don't have
bad
time
review.
for that
He was
crap.
just like, they tried to give me preferential treatment and they wouldn't sit my family. But as soon as I walked in and they recognized me, they wanted to seat me right away, and I don't like that. And he just walked out. He didn't say anything bad.
You
and he
don't
told
like
people,
that? What's wrong with
He told people
That's the
not to
best
leave
part
him
of
bad
being-
reviews.
There's a lot of people
and-
like that. Lemon Hearted locally, that's an amazing blog. She doesn't take it. She doesn't get paid to do reviews. She doesn't take comps, and she gets mad at you if you try to give her free stuff.
What the hell's wrong with you, lady?
Well, I kind
That
of
way
like
it's not
it.
flawed,
It's
right? Because you're not getting any special
honest
treatment.
It is
opinion.
flawed. You're missing out on all the treats you can get from all these people that want to grease your
Yeah,
palms.
that's
Then
true.
why the hell are you doing it? For
I just
passion?
went-
For love?
I just said a
What
media
the
tour.
For the love of
For
truth?
the love of the truth? I don't, there's no, who even knows what truth is anymore?
I
We got to
just-
get that paper, son.
I got to do a press trip. I'm doing more travel writing. I got to do a press trip to Rhode Island for 5 days.
It looked awesome. You get to ride in a Bentley. Did you see him in
I
the Bentley?
did. They dropped me off at the airport in a Bentley.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
they
he
brought
was
me
being
back.
treated like a goddamn king.
It was really nice. It was really
you
the whole
deserve
thing.
It. You deserved it.
It
dude.
was hard though. You don't stop. There was no real meat. I had one night off and I went to a leather bar, which I'd never been to a leather bar before. There's a lot to unpack. It
What
was a
goes
crazy
on in
trip.
a leather bar?
Well, it's a gay bar, right?
Okay.
So, but then the
The
theme
bear
is
suit
leather.
has changed. Can I say something? The bear suit has changed even your speech patterns. You're like, what? Go to the leather bar. What is happening?
It's changing how you're interpreting it too. You're
right.
hearing more of it. Yeah.
You're right. Leather bar.
Yeah, I'd never been to one before. It's called the Eagle. It's based on the one out in New York, which is a little bit more hardcore. All I knew, my friend Taffy, Doug Bowser, who passed away and took over as Bingo, he used to go to the Eagle all the time. And I just thought it'd be like a kink bar.
You got to drop down and get your eagle on.
It was cool. It was just a lot of big buff dudes, with mustaches.
the Nazi hat
and
on, right? With the
Leather
Nazi hat?
daddies?
the leather daddies.
Okay.
Yeah.
With
Harnesses.
Who's the guy? The Rob Halford, the
Yeah.
leather daddy hat.
And everyone was so nice. It was great. I got into a kink show, though. I was up on a stage. Do you want to hear about that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh my God, you pull your cock out?
Well, almost. It was crazy. I didn't think
My God, he
anyone was
pulled his
looking at me. Oh, so I was there. It was fun. There was this guy that looked like Hagrid. I shouldn't say guy. I think they were non-binary because they were just massive dress.
A non-binary Hagrid?
Yeah,
That's
with,
a look.
with a side braid and then this jaunty tam. I saw them when I walked in and I was like, "You're crazy. We're gonna be friends tonight." And we hung out. It was fun.
Nice.
There was a raffle for some reason. I spent too much money on a raffle tickets. And then we just watched this like hot ass bartender dance. And then I noticed in the corner there was this little stage.
Brendan's horny like us. See? He likes to go. He likes to sit with a drink.
Well, he actually goes and does like horny stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. I wanted to point out to Tom that me
not on purpose. You went to a leather bar.
But I wanted to see it. I just wanted to go and see it. And I was like, I'll just go stick my head in and have a beer, then run away.
But he does like what
it'll
we
be
do.
something I could talk about.
We like to just sit with a beer and watch some ladies dance.
Yeah.
Right?
Or gentlemen.
And for me, it was handsome gentlemen who could be bikers.
Well,
I don't know. Like,
here's the thing.
I like that mythos.
Here's the thing. It's sexual, but it's not like I want to have sex with anybody. I just like having good-looking people that don't have clothing on dancing around me.
And
Is
I
that
was
so
new
wrong?
blood, so
I think that's
everyone
what
was
kings
nice
do.
to me. Yeah.
I think that's what kings used to do. You would have the most beautiful people nude dancing around you.
You're on a
It's
side
not-
quest right now.
It
I don't
is
know.
about sex, but it's not like I want to sex up the dudes. I'm not gay. But I do like a good-looking man nude dancing around me because it just adds to the
Yeah, it was
atmosphere.
fun. It was
Thank
fun. And everyone was dancing and having a good time. And it was Halloween weekend. But there was a in the stage in the corner, there was this guy with one of those. It's like an X, and you know, like people get tied up
Tom's
to it.
on X.
And he wasn't, and nobody was doing it. And I just went, and I thought he looked really interesting, so I went to go talk to him. And he was
You wanna get on
electrocuting
my
people.
X?
He was electrocuting people?
Yeah, but sexy electrocutions. And so
Sexecution.
yeah, and I was like, well, what is this? Like, does it hurt? Like, what is it? And he was like, you want to try it? And I was on an adventure for the week, so I was like, well, yeah, let's do it.
Try
Let's,
It's like
I'll try it.
Yeah, it's like eating fugu or something. Yeah, you got to try
foie
it.
gras, you know, you got to try something.
Yeah.
So, or you know, scorpions on a stick when you're in Thailand. You just try shit. And so I was like, okay, let's do it. And he shocked me, and it kind of tickled because he had it on real low. And
where did it shock you?
On my arm, it was like a comb. It was like this light up. It was like a lightsaber comb. I did a video on my Instagram. You can kind of see it. And he, it tickled my arm.
Non-binary Hagrid had a lightsaber comb.
No, this is this other guy. He actually this guy looked like a Nazi.
Man,
kinda.
you drove there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. And Hagrid,
I know what gender he is.
non-binary Hagrid was watching from the corner. And actually, right before, maybe the reason I got up was because I was hanging out and having a very nice, polite time with non-binary Hagrid, and I turned away for a split second, looking for a little bit of an escape route because he was getting a little touchy, and then I turned back, and non-binary Hagrid's giant hairy titties were out. Like he had ripped his shirt open. And
Look
he had,
at my titties, Harry!
And his surgery scar. He had this open heart surgery scar right in my face because he was gigantic. So
Open heart
right
titties,
there.
hairy titties.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm overwhelmed. So I was like, I'm just gonna go see what that guy's
You
doing
should
on the
have
stage.
electrified his hairy tits.
And I walked over, and so he did it, and it felt good. And I was a little fucked up because they had
Poppers?
smoked me up outside.
Oh, smoked you up.
And then, so I was like, well, turn it up. And he was like, okay, but I'm going to strap you into this thing. And I was like, let's fucking do it. Nobody's looking at me. They're all dancing and being sexy
Hagrid's over there sucking his own hairy
Let's
titties.
do it.
Let's fucking do
and
it.
he tied me up to the X.
Yeah.
And he did the thing, and you'd get a little bit more intense every time.
Would you go like,
and it was fun. It was mostly fun, and then it got too much, and I felt like he was slicing me open, like it felt like a knife.
Ooh.
Like it was too much, and I said, "Fucking pineapple! Like this is done."
Oh, that's your safe word?
I can't
Mine's
do
jelly
it.
beans.
We had established it, and then he untied me, and then I turned around, and everybody in the bar had been watching. Like everybody.
Hagrid standing there
like-
holding his titties.
With his giant kielbasa nipples
we
hanging
all
out.
saw you.
It was too
We all
much.
saw you.
Yeah, you slut cheating on me. Yeah, it was crazy.
So is it a form?
And that was Providence, Rhode Island. Crazy.
But
Holy moly, man.
Yeah, I made friends. I suddenly had a room full of friends, and they were all buying me drinks, and everybody was very nice. And
The BattleBot
yeah.
dorks look shook. I'm just gonna call it like I see it. They are straight.
I'm glad I did it. I don't think I would ever do it again. It was too much. It was too much. But like the little bits when it was on very low, I got it. At that
They
point,
sell
I was like,
those at
that's kinda
Fairvilla.
cute.
They Deborah's brought them in before, and we've played with them before. They have, the ones, and it can get a little pretty darn spicy if you
There
want
was a cool part, like if you were grounded, he held on to me, the guy, and he hooked himself up somehow. I don't understand. And then he grabbed me, And then, so we were part of a circuit, and he was like, now poke that guy. And I'd poke someone else, and he would get shocked. And then I started punching people.
That sounds like a good time.
And I was like, I'm an X-Man!
And you yelled, I'm an X-Man?
It was really cool. I'm a kinky X-Man! I was like punching people.
Brendan's night out sounds so much
It
more
was
fun
funny.
than
It sounds like a
anything
good
else.
time. I didn't get back to our fucking crazy hotel until like 4
He's
a.m.
shock punching non-binary.
That is a
And he's an
sentence.
X-Man.
And Hagrid has his titties out.
Yeah, it got a little crazy. We did more than weed, and then I think there were mushrooms. I can't remember. And then there was a spa, not a spa, but like a bathhouse upstairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what's that?
So I got a tour. I made friends with the bartender, and they showed me the bathhouse, and I was
What's
like,
the
I'm not staying here, but I'm glad I saw it.
What's the bathhouse?
Is it a shower to fuck in? Is that what it is?
It's like a long. It's just like a long. Yeah, kinda. There are showers.
Is it like the showers with the like?
Are we talking about? I'm sorry, I brought all this up.
No.
No, I want to know.
No. It sounds like Tom wants to go to the bathhouse.
He can't
He
stop
must be in
asking
It's a
the
about
lot
Eastern
of straight
Promises.
guys.
I mean, if you're picking up what I'm laying down,
He is a bear.
He said earlier his wife isn't doing blowjobs. Then he's followed up with he holds her down and says this would just be easier if he did get blowjobs. And now he's asking about the gay bathhouse. So I'm just
You'll get
collect-
blowjobs.
I'm
You'll get blowjobs.
collecting the dots.
Glory holes. They had like just like little side rooms.
A
There's
real glory hole
With the duct
many,
tape.
With the duct
many
tape?
of them.
with the duct tape.
No, they're like fancy ones, like
Oh,
where you're not going to
does
get
it
a
have like
splinter.
belt?
I don't know.
Or
No,
velvet
like,
on the sides?
is that
They
what you
don't-
want?
they don't have to
No, velvet's too hard to clean off.
No, normally a glory
you
hole
replace
is
it every
just a
single
piece of
time.
Latex,
drywall, and they
baby.
Yeah.
put the duct tape on there to stop your ding dong from getting drywall dust on it.
Yeah,
And so,
but no, this was like
but that's in the bathhouse.
yeah, all kinds of stuff. Like you could go into like a steam room. There's a sauna. Most of them have the same thing. Or there's like private rooms you could go to.
What's in the
Private
private
You
room?
like throw yourself in a
Savannah.
locker when you first get there, and then you like walk around in a towel and see if there's anyone you like want to make out with.
So is it like a, I guess, common for just to wander up there and hook up with some random person if
Yeah.
they're up there?
Yeah,
You
super
go-
spreader, super
go-
spreader venue. Yeah,
But
if you didn't have COVID before you left with it,
Is there
and
any,
man.
herpes.
is there any
Yeah.
sort of like signal to the other people
The
that
toe
you're
tap.
down?
Yeah, they touch your dick.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's the easiest sign.
Or
That's
like,
the
it's the
one,
same,
right?
Oh.
Yeah,
Isn't that
or
the
they
one
look
we-
at you funny, or you're like, "What's up?" You know, yeah.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
one we've been waiting for. It's just like hand on my penis. I'm like, I know how to do it. I know where this is going.
You don't have to do anything if you don't want to.
So I'm curious.
Could I jack it, or would they think I'm a pervert? I'm being.
They're all fucking perverts.
I understand.
Everybody-
I understand, but it is a different
You're among
level.
friends.
Yeah.
I think it's a different level. If I
Yeah.
come in,
No one's
and,
clutching their pearls.
No,
How dare you?
there are. You can tell. Like you could. I was a little uncomfortable. Again, I just went up
Yeah.
for the tour because I was like, "You don't have a fucking thing up there. That's crazy." Because it was like you would never be able to tell from where we were. We were like right downtown. It'd be like if there was a bathhouse on top of Gringos Locos.
You heard it here
downtown.
first. You heard it here first. Breaking news: Bungalower.
Yeah.
There's a brothel on the top of Gringos.
But
Locos.
it was, but so I got the tour. They wanted to shock me. They knew I was like on this thing for the
yeah.
weekend of just being like, I just want to see shit. I just want to do. I'm here in town. I would just shock me. What are we gonna do? They shocked me, and then they brought
Wait,
me
isn't
up.
that
And
the song by Kiss? Is it a shock, man?
oh, maybe.
Put on your black leather.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's not like. It's not a bunch of Adonises, you know. Like it's some lonely businessmen.
Yeah.
Who are
Is
there in
there a
town for the
little?
night. There's
Is
like-
there a small, like stressed out M word jacking it in there at all? Like just jacking it alone?
Mexican?
See,
No.
like
That's me.
there's always this is what I like about gay men clubs.
Okay.
or
No,
gay
Tom and I
men's
have always
clubs.
agreed on this. When we used to have conversations about this when we would go and hide out at Stonewall Bar before we had to do our announcements for Orlando City, because we became very good friends with all the people that were there,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
staff, and it was just
Underwear
yeah,
night.
It's a no bullshit. It's no bullshit.
Well,
It's like, what are we doing? Let's get the fucking.
Well, there's always an area, like there's the bar and everything.
Yeah,
There's
but it's like, what do
there's
you
an
want to
area
do?
like you want to give a guy a blowjob.
Yeah,
Here's
we
the
got it.
Give a guy a bone.
You want a butt fuck? You want to take a shower? You want to jack off in the corner because you're sad?
That is convenient
I'm
to get
sorry
butt
we're
fucked
talking
and then
about
be
this.
able to shower.
The battle bots were here. They were family friendly programming. And now I'm
No,
talking
but I'm
about.
looking
Yeah,
in
but
their
that
eyes.
segment's
I look-
over,
Yeah,
Brendan.
it is.
We're on to butt fucking.
And I
sorry,
look in their
guys.
eyes and I see that they wish their robots are butt fucking right now. They do. They wish they could do that.
Yeah, but
Butt fuck bots.
Yeah, Providence, Rhode Island. They have bathhouses here though. Every main town
by
city
Ross's
has
house.
has
Finish your
some sort
thought
of-
though. You just think it's better, right?
well,
Like it's
it's just like in the what's the place that shut down that had a hotel attached to it?
Parliament
The Parliament House. So like
called it feeding the ducks.
in Parliament House, they're like,
holy.
I love what is it called? It's called feeding the
Yeah,
ducks.
if you're going down by the lake, you tell your friends, you're like, all right, I'm going to go feed the ducks. And it was like, you're
Quack,
going to go
quack.
Smoke a joint and get a handy behind.
Quack, quack, like a
What?
duck
That
with
sounds
a
so fucking good. If I were stressed out with my,
Yeah.
let's say I had a husband, if I were stressed out with my boyfriend
Oh,
or
yeah.
wife, and then I just say, I'm going to go feed the ducks, I walk down, I smoke a joint and get jacked off, I'd never be mad.
Balcony bingo. Do we ever talk about that?
Yeah, we did.
That's what they call it when you'd look, or you'd walk the balcony at Parliament House. You'd look in the rooms and see what was going on.
Yeah, and then you'd leave your curtains open if you wanted to put a show on.
Oh yeah.
I've always wanted to do that with Andrea.
It'd
Just
be
put on a show for everybody.
I just met this guy. He was talking for whatever reason. Swingers come to bingo all the time now. Like I'm consistently like able to show up, buy me drinks, and just tell me about how kinky they are.
Okay.
And the last guy that came by, he brought me some weed, and then he was telling me about how he loves fucking his wife in front of, like, at parties and stuff. It's like his thing. And I was like, great, nice to meet you. Like, why?
This happened.
You got a reputation now.
I do.
Did we do this?
Is he
to you?
telling you this while he's feeding the ducks?
and I'm like, shut up. I know.
Because that's what Dwight Howard was
Stop
doing.
talking.
I'm trying to suck your dick. Can you shut the fuck up?
It's Dwight Howard. What that means?
My wife will do that.
I'm not gay.
My
I'm
wife
like,
will do
all
that.
right.
Side note, during sex, my wife will go, shh.
Yeah.
Because I'm a chirper, man.
You're chirping while you're
Oh, yeah, I do.
yeah. Poor Andrea.
What are you saying?
Your to-do
What
list.
don't I say? I say everything. I'm a chirper.
Chirper's got a chirp.
Again, the dumbest thing you've said. What do you mean, what do I say? I say everything I can think of.
You hear it. It's the same shit.
Oh, my God.
I do it to you. It's just like not as gross.
So
Did you have a question, like a serious question for me before
no.
I went on this choose your own adventure
We do
bullshit?
get fascinated at the level of freedom, right?
Not every gay person
No,
does
I know,
this stuff.
I know.
It's not-
But
yeah.
exactly.
You can't
But
throw them in a box.
but-
And again, most of the people
Yeah,
at
don't-
these
please
places
don't throw 'em in a box.
don't even identify as gay.
Right.
You know, they're just
that's how sad it is.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
why they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, I mean, just the male species is horny.
Yeah.
So then you get, it's like there's a reason this doesn't. There's no bathhouse in latitudes because
Latitudes.
What's my attitude?
you being there by yourself.
But I mean, there's things like the woodshed, though, right? And that's for
Yeah, but-
everybody.
No, but I'm saying like.
Oh, you mean for straight people?
Well, yes, I'm just saying you're going to the gay club and
Dude,
then,
if I were
and then
gay,
you're
I'd
like,
be
look,
down at the leg every.
Well, let's build an area for fucking because everybody wants to fucking here, and that just doesn't happen
Yeah.
at straight clubs or lesbian clubs.
And there's probably like 3 gay venues in town where you can do that and not have to do it. Like not that, like just a bar that you could go to, and then there's like special spots.
Yeah, you've told us about
they're
the
like
maze. There's
holdovers.
something
The
called the
maze.
maze
Yeah,
in the
the
back
maze.
of
The
something.
maze, yeah.
Rings or
Just
something
like stick it
Yeah,
through
there's
the
always-
hole
yeah.
and waggle it a little bit, and
Yeah, you're fishing.
you want me a blowjob?
Hey, not again.
You're like, I got a big one.
Show me that
Yeah,
meat.
except the fish on the other line's like, I got a small one.
Fish is a fish.
Are we done? We're done with breaks, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where the hell
You
are
need a
we?
break?
No, I don't. I'm just getting hot. I need to turn the air down. I'm
Okay.
laughing too much.
I'll mention this. So earlier on in the week,
You were feeding some ducks.
I get it. It would be funny if some old man actually wanted to feed ducks, and then he was like he goes out there and they're like, "What do you take your pants off for?" I have the stale bread. I'm like, But so
What the fuck?
are they Monday or Tuesday? Sorry.
What do you wait? No, we gotta unpack what you just
No,
said.
I'm saying like there was an old man at Parliament House like, hey, I want to go feed the ducks.
Oh,
And
okay.
some guy's like, all right, I know what that means, but he really wanted to feed ducks.
But he really just wanted it, and he was just surprised.
Yeah.
And it's just him sitting on a bench looking for ducks to feed, and there's just dicks all around.
You throw bread at it.
Yeah, that's a Mid-Journey prompt.
So I'm talking to Blanchard, and Blanchard tells me that like your credit card got declined because of lack of funds.
I didn't think you were
because
talking
we have
about
to buy insurance for our event that's coming up, the Bad Business Beer Fest and
Yes, we do.
Sofas and Suds.
Yeah.
And Blanchard's a great insurance company, BlanchardInsurance.com.
There you go.
They handle all insurance. So and they're like lack of funds, which is also embarrassing because they're our client. Oh, which
It is, yeah.
That's extra embarrassing.
Which
yeah.
then I try to say maybe I told you the wrong zip code, and she's like, no, it told me lack of funds
Yeah.
in the message.
Yeah, she even said that in the email. She's like, no, here's a screenshot. Insufficient
Oh,
funds.
she
Yeah.
screenshotted it.
So
Still on her
so I'm like,
desktop.
well, that's weird because I just looked at our
I
credit
know
card.
there's money in that account. Yeah.
Which is the biggest lie.
Yeah.
Everybody that
Can I just leave
runs
my
out of-
groceries here at customer
I'll be right
service?
back. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be right back. And he never come back.
Yeah.
You're just crying in your car.
It is sad putting away someone's baloney that they couldn't afford. Like, that's a sad job.
Do you buy it for them when you're behind them? I always say, well, let me just pay for your fucking bologna and pork
I
rinds
think
there.
about
I did that one time in Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then
that's
I
nice.
I did it one time too, and it was like $170. And I was like,
wow.
fuck.
I didn't get the reaction from the family that I wanted. I wanted them to like jump up and down, and then
They're like, fuck you.
and then like to say thank, and then like write me and draw me like one of the kids.
So you look
me
in the
a
face and you're
picture.
like, I bet you
Yeah.
feel real big right now, don't you?
Thank you, Mr. Muscles, for buying our groceries.
It was more like an awkward thank you, and then they just went on with their day, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that wasn't the response I was hoping for.
You know what I like?
I wanted more of like
I
a
like
parade.
it when people ask for like they're rude,
parade.
or like I saw a guy at Wawa yesterday who was like, "Give me a bag," to the guy like behind the counter, and the guy handed him a bag, and he just goes and grabs it fast and walks away. And I was like, I like that. He's mean as fuck.
So
I hate that.
So I call up SunTrust, the worst bank of all
No,
time.
it's Truist
or
now.
whatever it is.
It's
And
Truist.
this is when
Truist.
I walk in, is you're on the phone with
Which
the bank.
truist does not sound like it really means true, right?
No.
Doesn't it sound like truthiness?
I promise this is the truest thing I ever done, dog.
Truist.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like
Truthiness.
a word of character.
Sounds
we
like
use.
true-ish.
Again, just stick with SunTrust.
Yeah.
It's like,
far
there's
No,
not that much of a
They
difference.
can't. It's already been switched.
Yeah.
So I'm on the phone with Truist, and they're like, "All right, sir." They give them all the shit or whatever, and then they're like, "Oh, it says here you owe $10,000 on your credit card."
Oh my god.
Yeah,
And-
well, I mean, it's
and-
right at 9, but we have
and,
8.
and then I'm like 10,000, but my account says 0 on the fucking website.
It
Like
does.
I'm on your website, I'm looking at the credit card, it says 0. I paid the balance off. I pay it off every month.
No, sir. This
And
is an
then-
outstanding balance.
And then they're like, "Wait a minute, are you T&D Medical?" And then I'm like, "No, we're T&D Media." And they're like, "Huh." And they're like, "I'm pretty sure you're T&D Medical." And then I'm like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "We're T&D Media. What? I have no idea what T&D Medical is. That's not us. I don't owe $10,000."
Wow.
And they're like, "We're pretty sure you're T&D." Like it says here, and they're like, "We're just gonna go ahead and merge the accounts." I'm like, "No."
Don't merge.
Don't do that.
So I'm like, "Don't do nothing." I'm like, "I'm going to the branch."
Yeah, yeah. And you was on the phone for now. Can we? The funniest part.
You were on the phone for a
Weren't you
long
going
ass
with the green
time.
dog costume too?
Okay, so
Then
the
you
funniest,
kept saying, "I think this is fraud." No, it sounds like fraud to me.
the funniest part about this to me is the fact that this was on Halloween, and I was dressed up like the Turtle Man. That I had slow written on my chest, and my costume's out there, and I had a full green bodysuit on.
Like Ninja Turtles?
No, like the the turtle that's
Like when you're driving through a neighborhood
the
and there's the
slow
little
turtle.
turtle
Slow turtle.
that says
Yeah.
like "children at play, slow down."
Flag.
yeah.
Brendan doesn't know kids shit.
Yeah. Why would he? But it's
Oh, I do.
the little green turtle man,
Yeah,
and I have
little hat on.
I have a little red hat, a green suit. I had a little
Fun.
flag. Yeah, it's slow on my
Okay.
chest. But all the while, Tom's on the phone, like sweating bullets that we are like And we are owing like $9,000, $9 and some change, $10,000.
And then all the late charges.
Yeah, and I'm standing there dressed like this, and he's like looking at the numbers. I'm standing over him, looking at his computer screen. And I just looked at him. I was like,
Daniel's telling me to zip him up, then unzip him. I'm like, what the hell's happening?
We were supposed to start. Supposed to start doing the show at like 10, but then he was on the phone, so we couldn't do the show at 10. So I'm like, I got to take this off because it was just a mess. I'm like mad. I take my suit off. I stuff it in the corner. I'm like, I can't work like this.
But what were the charges?
Well, they start going over that here are the charges for T&D Medical. They're like ChinaFlags.com.
I was like, that's us.
Then I'm like, well, hold on, that makes sense.
That's us.
And then a bunch of Chinese websites we get all our garbage from and stuff.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh, that sounds right, but we're not. So I go to the goddamn branch, and when's the last time you've been inside a branch of a bank? Right?
Years.
Yeah.
I don't. Actually, I don't do that.
So I go there, and it's been a while for me too, because everything's
Money
done
orders.
online. There's no reason to go there anymore.
No.
And then I think after COVID, they were like, I'm sure Mr. Truist was like, why do we even have this open anymore? This pointless.
Yeah.
And so I go there, and I sit in the lobby, and then like wait, because that's the system.
Yeah.
You just
They'll
go and
just do
sit
it.
in a chair,
Yeah.
and then someone
and
comes
then you
up to
wait
you.
forever. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember when they forgot my appointment and they're just like they just walk the fuck out. They're like, bye.
And then someone was like, all right, sir, you come to my office. And then you're like, all right, this is the manager, right? Like, but I don't think that exists
you
anymore.
texted me and you're like, I'm with the manager. I was like, well, obviously he'll solve it. He's the manager.
Yeah, but he's wearing like a Oakland A's jumpsuit.
What?
It's Halloween.
It was Halloween.
He just made revelation.
God, it was Tuesday. It was goddamn Halloween. I was like,
This
God.
is the guy in charge of our finances.
Oh my God! You wonder why you're wearing a parachute right now.
Because I was like this. I'm like, wow, they've really
They've really gone downhill.
Lessen the standards of truth. The manager.
They got the groundskeeper, the fucking Oakland A's got it.
Scotty kept forgetting you everywhere we were driving around. He's like, why is that person dressed up?
So I explained to him the problem. He's like,
It's Halloween, Scotty.
I'm in there for a fucking hour, right? and so the guy's just looking at the computer confused, and he starts calling the credit card company, and then he's doing the same shit I'm on, pushing 9 and whatever, and then so then it dawns on me, like 45 minutes into this, I'm like, I'm doing what I do at Walmart, asking the people where something is, and they look at their phone. Like, this guy is
Aisle
just
9.
calling the credit card company and doing what I can do over the phone, and is just as confused as I am. I'm like, why am I here? This guy's not going to be like, oh, hey, let me just take care of this. All the employees do nothing anymore.
Well, maybe even
they have
more
no power.
maybe even
He
more
has
confused.
he has a better number though.
He called the
Thinks a better
same
number.
shit.
Yeah, but you know the account. Like he's more confused because you're having to explain it to him.
Yeah, so then I'm telling him, the Oakland A's manager, as he's telling the fucking credit card company.
How did it end?
It ended or nothing. He was like, I don't know what happened. He's like, the credit card company, I put in a thing.
We have an account. We have
Anyway.
a secret account with $9,000 or more accruing interest currently, as we sit here. That is impossible. We cannot get to the account.
Yeah, it's in this. It's under T&D Medical, which is what they. I don't know how it
linked.
happened.
They linked it. He was
So we have
begging
no
them
way
not
of
to link it.
paying
They're
you,
like,
But you firmly believe it was your expenses?
They are, because then they printed me out this account's statements, and I looked them all. They're all right. And so, but I thought I was paying off the credit card to zero, which it shows zero on my. But there's this other account.
Weird.
That's not
Like
anyway, it's
account
all
very
has-
convoluted.
Yeah. It's
Anyway.
just I read this for you. This is just real quick. This is
If you make were truest, I feel bad for you, B. I got $9,000 in an account I can't see. I got a messy desk, but I'm still the best. T&D polo stretched across my chest. Pod critics, they say that we passed the test because our mouths are still moving. We still got guests. If you grew up with T&D in your ears, then you understand our small business fears. I'm like truest. You can kiss my whole frog ass. Connect my accounts. I can't let this pass. Every single month, I'm like, what could it be? I got $9,000 in an account I can't see. I got $9,000 in an account I can't see. If you love your money, don't be like me. I got $9,000 in an account I can't see. It's your boy,
I don't make it better. I don't make it better.
I love the end.
Anyway,
So no resolution?
No, yeah, they said they'll call me, and I was like, okay. Okay. What are you supposed to do? There's nothing to do.
It's kind of scary though, but yeah, that's all true. It's linked. We can't get to it. We can't see it. We can't even.
Yeah. So when they log into their account, it does not show.
It's not there.
There's no account that shows. There's no
No.
charges that show.
It's an impossibility.
Okay, they've been doing this with a lot of banks. They were making extra accounts for people and then charging them stuff. Have you heard about that? Like, because they were doing that with like Wells Fargo was doing that, and they got in trouble for it. And
But they got
BB&T
popped.
it for it,
Yeah, they had to pay a bunch of restitution to their.
Is this the same scenario?
No,
It's kind of.
this is just something where it got entered wrong at some point in time, and someone typo
just
wrote, and then
floating down the river.
And then you shouldn't get anything sent to the building or whatever.
It doesn't make
tier?
any sense whatsoever because,
Well, no, there's no statements no paper statements that come here say T&D Medical. It's literally like
paper.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
who elects to see paper?
Occasionally we get a paper statement here
Yeah.
every once in a while, but it doesn't say T&D
and
Medical.
the business IDs were different.
Yeah.
Well,
for
that-
T&D Medical and T&D Media.
Well, that was.
And were they recent charges?
No, they were all legitimate, and it was.
I know, but from when? Like recent ones are going there?
Yeah, like all the shit we ordered for the beer fest
Don't
and
call
stuff
it
was
shit.
on there.
We're supposed to be
Well,
promoting
he's
this
mad.
event.
He's mad about it.
No. I was just saying all the banners,
Chinese garbage and
the,
bullshit.
Yeah, the glasses that were given away, 2,000 pairs of glasses.
So it's linked to your current card.
Yeah. It's just the account we can't see.
No.
That's so weird.
So we don't know what we're doing or how to pay it.
And the account says that there's the whole full line of credit and it's paid to zero
Yeah.
under what we're looking at.
Right.
And so
We have a
then-
zero balance
anyway.
for us.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Sounds like you need
That would be a
a
problem to
lawyer.
get to collections.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Well, I mean, like, obviously we're gonna have to get somebody in like some sort of special department,
Yep.
some old granny that knows what she's doing, and then it'll take like 3-4 hours on the phone. to
Oh,
get
that's
it
a
rectified.
lawyer thing, because if you didn't sign it or open it, then that's fucked up.
Yeah.
How did that get split off? If you didn't
Exactly.
sign it,
Yeah.
It's true. Ask the Oakland A's. No, like everybody is just working this job.
We're
no one
all
gives
here
a
to get
fuck.
outta here.
Yeah.
Like no one's paying attention that closely. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, I guess we'll should we end
You can, yeah,
with
if
this?
you want to.
Which I'm now mad.
Let's talk. Okay,
Wait,
let's talk about it. A little
And
bit.
also, I don't even want to do it anymore.
Oh, come on! It'll make you feel better. Come on, you know
They
you
want
want to
me-
do it.
You know what? Because I want to be so mean that it actually hurts EJ's feelings.
Why?
And well, because the EJ, I've
He
been wearing this
already-
fucking bear suit
yeah,
for
but he
5 days
already-
you
straight.
can't bring EJ in and then not do
and he
stuff.
tricked me into this race.
He brought
that I
you
lost.
pizza.
He did. He brought you pizza and he bought you
I don't
lunch
care about
yesterday. Or
that.
2
He's
days
been
ago.
so
Wednesday.
nice and engaged.
You bring an ex-radio guy free lunch, it's a nothing. It's like that's
God damn.
Well, I'm
Nice.
Saying, well, I'm just saying. I'm
Oh
used
my
to-
god.
They bring him food. I paid for his lunch the other day. I felt bad about his kids, like giving him crap about his gambling, and this is what I get.
And now he's buying you food? That's a friend.
No, Brendan, he
That's a
tricked
friend.
me into
He-
racing him, and then I lost, and now I
He
have to
did
wear
feed him
He did
pizza, and then
hustle.
his button blew off his pants. So I don't know.
Yeah. So what happened? You blew your button into your. You blew the button off your shorts into your
Toilet.
toilet, and then you
Sticky
used a
water.
pencil to get the button out, and you put the button in your pocket.
No, I
And then
put
where'd the pencil go?
No, I put the button and the pencil in the trash.
Oh.
I didn't want to flush it because if we have plumbing problems down the line,
I
and
don't
then
think buttons cause plumbing
I don't
problems.
think it would be a problem.
you're not supposed to flush something hard.
I flush
and then-
everything.
But then when we get the plumber out here to fix the problem,
Like,
they
where
fish
the
the
button comes
yeah.
from.
Yeah, but I don't think they've ever. I don't think any
And then our
plumber.
landlord's like, "This is
Really?
yours."
I don't think
expense.
any plumber, and I could be wrong on this, but I'm willing to take the gamble. I don't think any plumber that's ever like listening to us right now, when you're plumbing, has ever been like, "Here's your problem. It's a fucking button down there."
No,
they
but
do. They
it'll-
bring out the tampons. They're like, someone's been flushing.
Yeah, but I didn't flush
Didn't
tampons. I'm
Crystal
flushing
do that a lot?
buttons.
They've done this to me before.
It has happened.
Not
so-
modern plumbing, but I think it's a plumber's
It all
thing.
builds up.
When you whatever you get the big clog of whatever it is,
No.
you show the client. You're
It
like,
could hit the
"You've-"
Barbie that's already down.
I
Yeah,
want
this
to
is
know.
your fault.
Okay, then somebody call in or somebody write us an email, show@TOMANDDAN.com, and I want to end this because I have flushed candy wrappers. I have flushed full candies.
What?
I have flushed, like you name it.
This
I've
is not
flushed
a garbage
and
disposal.
if it's smaller than the diameter of the turd hole, it will go down. And it will always go down. I'm not talking about sticks or things that expand. I'm not talking about sponges, tampons, paper products. I'm not talking about underwear, shirts. But I think a marble, a button, a rock, it'll go straight down.
Yeah, and then it won't cause any problem.
No problem at all.
The tampons and
they expand.
It's the
Things
wipes
expand.
that are the
Yes,
problem.
wipes,
Yeah.
tampons.
There's supposedly flushable wipes, which you're not supposed to still
But I
flush.
do love the
'Cause they
feeling of
ball
a
up.
wipe.
Yeah.
I love the feeling of the wipe on my hemorrhoids.
Yeah. But if they find
Ice
the
cold.
wipes or the tampons, then
Or the condoms.
the landlord
Yeah, condoms.
the landlord will charge you for the plumbing.
Yeah,
visit.
but they're not going to charge you for buttons. I think you're good with buttons.
I just feel, well, I didn't want to add to the company's
understand.
debt.
What are
you doing with these?
All
I was like, I'll fish this out.
That's a good spin.
They're 9,000. This is probably my fault.
like that.
You know. Also, I do blame myself, and not really 100% truest. Just because of my past.
Okay.
And this could be my
Yeah.
fault down the line at
All
some
right.
point. I clicked some button, did something, I wrote some medical.
They're like,
could
sir,
be.
you wrote
Medical marijuana.
You made medical right here.
It could be my fault.
Okay.
Anyway.
Are you going to do it or not?
Okay.
Come
So,
on.
I got a drum roll.
Brendan, let me talk to you about this. So
Want to go to a bathhouse.
Feed the ducks.
I'll go with you, but I'm not going to hold your hand.
Just your dick.
I'll get someone else to do that. I'm just going to stand there and tell you what to do.
So I lost this bet with EJ swimming, right? This is why I'm wearing the bear suit. I had to wear it Monday
We
through
were
Friday.
laughing about it. Me and
broadcasting.
EJ were laughing about it
Having a good
earlier.
time.
And so on Monday, I screamed because I was mad that I had to wear it, and I screamed that I was going to write a top 5 about how fat EJ was. And so, but then as I was writing it last night, I was like, this is not mean enough. And it's impossible to be as mean, like to
As you
actually
wanna
hurt.
be.
Yeah, because
Two-Life Crew.
fat jokes aren't really that
Why do
mean.
you want to hurt his feelings?
But
Because he's mad at him.
Because EJ winning the swimming race hurt Tom's feelings or lack thereof.
No.
I did
kids
not
and his
realize
wife
you
have
were
been giving
barefoot
crap for,
underneath
like,
that
past
bear
3
suit.
weeks.
I just saw some
See the
grungy
bare
toes come out, and I was like, "What the hell is
I had to
that?"
take my shoes off to get my feet in here.
It scared the shit out of me.
So then, as I look at all these jokes, I'm
Not
just
feeling
like,
it?
I'm like, they're not that mean.
Okay.
You could save it for the BDM show.
No, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
All right.
Because I said I'd do it, and
It's
that's
better
what I
in
have
the
to do.
bear suit.
Yeah,
Okay.
There we
Well, it
go.
doesn't have the music. You specifically told me not to get the dun, 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 music.
No, because that whole thing, there's usually,
Okay.
I usually did a whole intro,
Yeah, yeah.
and I just
Infusion,
was
you did
killing
all this-
time.
yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
Also, I haven't done this in a while,
Okay.
so usually I do a standing up, so I'm not gonna.
Are you gonna stand up?
No,
Okay.
because anyway.
Rub your nips.
Yeah. Rub your head, rub your nips.
Top 5 fat EJ jokes.
Are you okay with this?
I don't care.
You don't care?
No, I'm not sensitive.
I would go to my car and cry.
Number 5. The hardest part of doing stand-up for EJ was standing up.
Yeah.
Number 4. EJ's feet never saw the college football field. Now he knows what his eyes feel about his dick.
Damn.
It's long enough. I can see it over my dog.
I like that one.
Number 3. Frank Gore's reading ability and EJ's metabolism are best friends. Number 2.
Uh-oh.
What does Kellen Winslow's ex-girlfriend and the McDonald's near EJ's house have in common?
Oh my God.
What?
I want to hear the punchline.
That's more of a sport.
I have a mouthful of jury juice.
And the number 1 fat EJ joke is... Gotta catch 'em all is EJ's motto for the types of diabetes he wants.
He did it.
Nice job, man.
You didn't like them?
He wants me to cry is what he
15
wants.
years ago.
It's not going to work.
You know what?
Like this dude, my name is
just-
Ennis.
I mean,
and
I'm
it's
just
always
doing
mispronounced Enos. So Enos the penis I've heard my whole life, so nothing can hurt my
I'm
feelings.
just doing
Ennis Del Mar.
I'm just looking at the chat room. They loved it. They loved it. You're back, baby.
Bring it
Better
back.
than ever.
Radio relapse.
I really thought long and hard this week about what the hell I'm doing with my life. And then I'm like looking at all my other friends and like, Porto Joe's saving lives.
He actually is now. He is now.
He saved lives this week.
Yeah.
Like he saved someone's life. And then everybody else, the Grizz have retired from the military.
Yeah,
like 20 years. He got a medal of some sort.
You need a reset, is what you need.
No, I'm like, I'm still doing it. It's it's a little sad.
And you know what? And now it's bleeding over. I hope you're happy because All Day Yucker says, quote, "This is Daniel with your weather." Thanks a lot, motherfucker. Now it's just bleeding over to me.
Pulling back.
Sorry,
I'm pulling back. Brendan.
Collateral damage. Sorry.
You always scare me when you say that.
I know. He does that at the end. He says your name and he yells at you.
What's going on with Bungalower on the bus?
Oh, I don't know. Wait.
There's a show tonight.
He doesn't know.
There's a show tonight.
There is. We were just at Brother Jimmy's in Icon Park. They hosted us, and it was very nice. I had no idea about it. Apparently, it's a big New York brand that's kind of collapsed inward. There's like only 2 left.
Brother Jamie.
And
Sounds
this-
like a preacher or something.
Jimmy, it's a barbecue.
I was
like
gonna say, I think it's
Carolina,
barbecue.
Carolina barbecue by way of New York.
So vinegar style.
Interesting.
Vinegar
Yeah,
style.
vinegar based. It was good.
Yeah, I like vinegar
I was
barbecue.
impressed. The owner, Mike DeQuinio, I think I
Hey.
got his last name. Hey, Mike
Hey.
DeQuinio. Very nice, super handsome. He was a great host. Loved it. It's right over by Old Red.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what. So we were there. I missed a couple shows because I was traveling, and
Nice.
So it was nice to reconnect with Johnny.
We love our friend Bustecker.
Yeah.
Good man. Good man.
Sam,
We love
it
you
for
more, but yeah.
Well, I don't blame you.
What's going on with semantics this
You
week?
can sign up for our Patreon,
Yes.
patreon.com/semantics. We've had some issues with that, so if you were a patron before, please make sure that you still are because Patreon sucks and
Oh, wow.
they kicked out all our members and made everything free.
Oh,
so if
no.
you want to re-sign back up for that, patreon.com/semantics.
Yeah.
You can also go to semanticspodcast.com for all of our shows.
Go check your account. Just do your due diligence. Make sure
Yeah.
it's up to speed
Patreon,
and
sponsored by
whatnot.
Truist.
EJ, you got anything?
No, I'm just lazy.
All right.
I'm gonna be playing. I'm playing Spider-Man 2 on Twitch. Is what
Oh,
I've
do
been
your
doing
Twitch.
lately.
Give your Twitch
Yeah.
handle.
That hurts more, right?
_Chungus on Twitch.
That hurts
I've been
more,
playing
right?
Spider-Man 2.
See, that laziness is what tricked me into the race, which is why I'm still not.
I
Anyway.
warned you. I tried to give you a heads up.
Yeah.
I
well,
did warn you and say I was fast.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't think that you.
Well,
knew
I
the
mean,
truth.
most
Got those
Tom
big
told me a long
propeller
time
feet.
ago. Most obese people are liars.
Well, it's just you have a different perception of what the reality of
Yeah.
your athletic abilities are.
Yeah.
I thought that.
Oh, I know my limitations for sure. Unlike you.
Because he's active.
All right.
I'll
let's
be
get
at
out of
Rock Pit Brewery tonight.
here. Okay, Rock
Yeah,
Pit.
nice.
yeah. We're Ford
Tell
is
them I said
loaning us
hello.
an F-150 Lightning. We're plugging the band into it. We'll be doing a little music video.
Oh,
for
you're doing
Orlando. Yeah,
those
for
are
the
cool.
parking lot party. We'll be doing that.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Very, very cool.
Come
Guys,
hang with us.
like and subscribe us on YouTube and Twitch. It really does help us out. We appreciate all of you that have been subscribing and participating with us as we roll out more and more live streams.
Yep. We will see you on Monday.
Bye, guys.